From Jones Field, Welch Stadium on the campus of Emporia State University. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Greg Ray, along with Kenneth Sellers and Ron Thomas for this MIAA homecoming showdown for Emporia State as they take on Missouri Western. It's a cloudy sky and a temperature of 47 degrees. I guess you could say it's perfect football weather this afternoon. Light, if any, breeze at all this afternoon. Our Game Time Temp is brought to you by Modern Air. They care about the one thing you need the most, the air you breathe. Let Modern Air help you with all of your heating and cooling needs. Call them at 342-7577. On homecoming Saturday, Emporia State will be dressed in their home uniforms, the black jerseys with gold lettering and the gold pants this afternoon with a gold helmet. As the captains from both teams about ready to take their place in the middle of the field, Missouri Western will be in road white uniforms with black lettering and yellow gold trim with yellow gold helmets. As the officials will head to the middle of the field, our officiating crew this afternoon, the referee is Sean Johnston with Troy Hofstetter, Tom Savela, Jeff Kopecki, Austin Hills, Matt Powell, along with Ben Schmidt and John Dostal. Our officials this afternoon for this homecoming showdown, as there's still room for you here at Welch Stadium to come on out and cheer on the Emporia State Hornets. It's their second to last home game of the season. And it's time now for our coin toss, brought to you by Bruce Davis Construction. For commercial dirt work, demolition, dirt hauling, and more, call Bruce Davis Construction at 342-5001. And Ron Thomas is down on the field as they get set to get the flip of the coin this afternoon here at Welch Stadium as the captains shake hands.
All right, thanks, Greg. Sean Johnston is the referee today. He's having the players introduce themselves and getting the coin toss kids acclimated. And he'll give Missouri Western the choice. Again, Sean Johnston is the referee today.
Heads is the call.
Tails. Captains Braxton Marstall, Gabe Cleveland.
And
along with Denzel Strong out here and Thomas O'Grady. And Greg, the Hornets have won a coin toss. That has not happened that much this year.
Maybe that's a good sign of things to come, and Emporia State has deferred to the second half, so they will be kicking off to Missouri Western. Our coin toss brought to you by Bruce Davis Construction. For commercial dirt work, demolition, dirt hauling, and more, call Bruce Davis Construction at 342-5001. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Greg Seibel, your Edward Jones financial advisor at 526 Commercial. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Kenneth, what are your keys to a Hornet victory this afternoon?
Well, offensively, I think with Braxton coming back, I think those key supporting cast members, the receivers, the running backs, that offensive line, they're going to have to play better today. They're going to have to elevate themselves and help Braxton out. And on defense, you're going to have to consistently stop the run. Make this offense one-dimensional. Go out there and play the Hornet way.
Ron Thomas, what are your keys to a Hornet victory this afternoon?
I think defense has to step up and stop the run today. Obviously, Greg, that is key. Stop the run for Missouri Western. They lead the conference in rushing, even though they lost their number one running back. The running quarterback is in. Emporia State has to be consistent the entire game defensively. I think with the offense, Braxton back, I think the Hornet offense has enough to give the defense the points they need to win.
Our keys to the game brought to you by Greg Seibel, your Emporia Edward Jones financial advisor at 526 Commercial. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Well, I take that back. Emporia State did not defer. They'll take the ball to begin the game. My mistake, as Emporia State has elected to receive the opening kick. And let's see if that pays off for Emporia State. They have been successful numerous times this season, scoring on their opening drive.
That is true, and I think they want to kind of get Braxton in the game early and, see how he feels with this first series.
Deep to receive the kick for Emporia State are Mo Williams along with and Dylan Lohr, as we are about set to get this football game underway. Emporia State and Missouri Western. Hope you enjoy it, because here we go. Here's the approach and the kick from Missouri Western. An end-over-end kick, and it will be fielded at the 2-yard line by Mo Williams. Up to the 20-yard line, 25, 30-yard line, gets spun around, up across the 30, up to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. That'll be a 33 or 32-yard kick return for Mo Williams, as Emporia State will have the ball 1st and 10. Again, at the quarterback spot, it's Braxton Marstall. And we'll see Landon Nolt start at running back. Mo Williams will get a start at a receiver, along with Justin Brown, Lewis Daly, and Danzel Strong. And Dane Riley, Austin Unterreiner, Joe Pomato, Thomas O'Grady, Estevan Arena across the front on the offensive line. 4-man down lineman for Missouri Western. Now they back one of the linebackers off. Snap back to Braxton, has some time, throws it down the near sideline. The pass is going to be grabbed. What a catch along the near sideline. Making the catch, running down the sideline, Lewis Daly. He had man-for-man coverage against Brandon Dandridge, and a big reception all the way down to the Missouri Western 28-yard line. And that's a 37-yard gain, and that's covering some serious real estate. And if you're thinking of buying or selling your home, call Jeff, Deb, or Bree Williams of Eck Real Estate at 341-SOLD. That's 341-7653. Nice way to start out the ball game. Play action for Braxton. Throws it far flat. Caught by Justin Brown at the 25-yard line and carries it down to the 23-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 7 yards for Emporia State.
It's a nice job there by Braxton, throwing across the field there to Justin, and then Justin getting up the field.
Again, play action to the far sideline. The pass is going to be broken up at the last second. The intended receiver was Lewis Daly, and man-for-man coverage provided by Brandon Dandridge. And that pass knocked away at the last second. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Emporia State.
Missouri Western has gone to a 33 defense, just like they saw last week against Fort Hays.
They've seen that a lot this season, haven't they?
Absolutely.
Should be used to it by now. On 3rd down, in motion, comes Mo Williams. Handoff goes to Landon Holt straight ahead. He'll have the 1st down as he crosses the 20 and goes down at the 19-yard line. Gain of 4 yards on the carry by Landon Holt.
It's a good job there by the offensive line, creating that hole. They had a lot of moving parts there with the jet sweep action there, but nice job there. The offensive line and Big John Denton, number 96, is in there making holes.
He'll line up as a tight end in the slot. Braxton to throw. Has some time being flushed from the pocket. He's going to run. He's got some blocking in front of him. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He's inside the 5. He goes down at the 1-yard line. And they'll mark him down at the 1. They say the ball came free, but it came free after he hit the turf. And Emporia State is in the Lyon County State Bank red zone. Bank anywhere with Lyon County State Bank's mobile app. Transfer funds and deposit checks without stepping a foot in the bank. Member FDIC. Let's go down to Ron Thomas real quick on the John Northford sideline.
So much worried about Braxton, coming off a concussion, not wanting to get his head in the football game. Boy, he ran with no caution there, guys.
1st and goal from the 1 for Emporia State. Running play straight ahead. Handoff. Landon Nolt. Touchdown Emporia State as he powers into the end zone. Another opening drive score for Emporia State.
Hey, they need to start quick. They need to start fast, and they need to start quick there. Nice job. 3 nice passes and then running the ball, and a nice power play to end that drive. Brought in some extra offensive linemen. Hey, they're getting back to it. I think Braxton is back. He's not even concerned about that concussion. It's in the far left lane.
On to attach the extra point is Austin Morton. Out of the hole to Braxton Marstall. Reed Buckingham snaps it back. The placement down. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. And 13-17 to play here in the first quarter, and Emporia State leads it 7-0 over Missouri Western. And we'll keep it here for the time being and let you know that Hornet Football being brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. Let's go back down to Ron Thomas on the John Northford sideline.
Tell you what, you called it right, Greg. Another Emporia State opening drive touchdown. I don't know how many times they have done that this year, but it has been more often than not they've taken the opening drive. It hasn't always led to success because we've seen Emporia State look like, hey, this is going to be easy. Pitt State the last time this happened. So they're going to have to keep this thing in overdrive motion, guys, and keep it rolling.
And now it's going to be up to the defense to see if they can't stop Missouri Western's offense and get the ball back to the Emporia State offense. But Emporia State's drive 6 plays, 65 yards, a minute 43 off the clock.
Talk about fast and talk about efficient.
That's what that drive was. One big pass play. Started with a good kickoff return by Mo Williams. And then the pass completion to Lewis Daly. Here's the approach and the kick from Justin Marche. Angles to the far sideline. It'll take a bounce and go into the end zone. And Missouri Western will get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Let's take a look at that Missouri Western offense. Their quarterback this afternoon starting will be Dom Marino, 6'2", junior out of Florida, Osprey, Florida. 13th in the conference rushing. He has rushed for 351 yards and 4 touchdowns. He averages 6 yards a carry or a game. We'll see Shamar Griffith, a 5'7" freshman from Hannibal, Missouri, in at running back. But Western will empty the backfield. Twin receivers off to the left, single receiver to the right with tight end in the slot. On the reverse to the receiver, the handoff goes to Shamar Griffith, and he gets tackled for a loss. All the way back of the 20-yard line as Gary Woods makes the tackle for Emporia State.
That's a nice job there by Gary playing the nickel position now. I think that's his natural fit. He's fast and he's physical and he's a big hitter. And right there, he played that jet sweep perfectly.
Makes it 2nd and 15 for Missouri Western. Twins to the left, or to the right, single receiver to the left. Out of the pistol. Now Griffith lines up to the right of Marino. Running play goes to Griffith. He's across the 25, slips and goes down at the 30, and he just slipped on the turf. The credit for the tackle will be given to
the turf.
The turf, yeah. That's what it needs to get the credit, but it will be Kellen Gordon who came up, made sure he didn't get up. And it'll be a gain of 11 yards on the play. Makes it 3rd down and 4 for Missouri Western.
3rd down. This is what they call the money down. They're going to have to find a way to get pressure on that quarterback and get off the field.
Looking to throw. Marino is going to run the ball. He gets ball comes free, and who gets it? It'll be Missouri Western recovering the ball, but they say the ground caused it, and he's going to be a yard shy of the 1st down. The officials will hold up play as we have an injured Griffin on the play. And I'm not sure who it looks like one of their offensive linemen might be the injured party. And they've had some injuries of their own. We mentioned the quarterback situation, and that injury is their center, Max Osher. And the Griffins will send on the punt team as they face 4th and 1 from their own 34-yard line. So the Emporia State defense does the job that time as Luke Meyer makes the tackle, gets credited for the tackle for upending Dom Marino before he can pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, they tried to go with a quarterback draw. Defense did a nice job of preventing the 1st down. They're going to have to work on the consistency part of it. Can they consistently get these 3 and outs and give the ball back to the offense? Here's
the punt from Missouri Western. Jordan Reed deep to receive the punt. He'll call for the fair catch. He'll make the catch at the 25-yard line, and Emporia State will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They lead at 7-0 with 11:41 to play here in the 1st quarter. There's a timeout on the field. Hornet Football brought to you by Evco Wholesale Foods, supplying food to the Midwest for over 100 years. Better people, better products, better value. Evco. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Did you know that each year termites cause billions of dollars in damage? That's why you should consider the Centricon system with always active technology from McKenzie Pest Control to help prevent costly termite damage before it occurs. Centricon Always Active is always baited and always ready to protect your home or business from damaging termites. And it's affordable. Call McKenzie Pest Control for a free termite evaluation and learn how Centricon Always Active can help protect your biggest investment.
Here's Brad from Bunge North America.
Bunge North America is part of a worldwide company. We operate a global network of facilities, including grain elevators, oilseed processing plants, and much more. We purchase grains and oilseeds and store, process, sell, and transport raw commodities to customers in both domestic and export markets. One of our commitments is to ensure food security for a growing population and do that in a sustainable way. Our plant in Emporia is a small but important part of our global effort. Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain.
Your home for Hornet Sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Already back to action here at Welch Stadium on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. On the quarterback keeper, it's Braxton Marshall, and he'll carry it all the way up to the 35-yard line. He'll be marked just shy of picking up the first down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 1, and Braxton didn't find anybody open, and he just took off and picks up 9 yards. Braxton looking to throw on 2nd down, has time, and he has his pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Ball's free, but
they're calling it a fumble.
They're calling it a fumble. I thought he threw the ball.
It's really close. I mean.
And it looks like it will be Emporia State ball. It will be, but a loss all the way back to the 30-yard line. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, a Missouri Western defensive lineman had it, but he was stretched out. His arms were stretched out. He had his 2 hands around the ball, but Landon Nault showed great hustle and strength to rip it out of his arms and get it back for the Hornets.
Well, that's fortunate for Emporia State, but they're facing now 3rd and 6 instead of maybe 1st down or 3rd and short. Braxton out of the shotgun with Landon Nault in the backfield with him. Twins off to the left, single receiver to the right, and we're going to get a delay of game on Emporia State. And that'll move the ball back 5 more yards. And the thing that the referee did, he backed away from the crowd before the ball even got spotted, and he started the play clock. And Emporia State didn't realize that the play clock was running, and Braxton Marshall didn't get him quickly up to the line of scrimmage to get him going. So now it's 3rd and 11 from the 25-yard line for Emporia State. Braxton will send Landon Nault in motion off to the right side. Braxton looking to throw, has time. He's going down the far sideline. The pass is going to be intercepted.
You can't let him.
Then the intended receiver is Mo Williams, and the defender got between Mo Williams and the football, and it is Sean Rainey who picks off the pass, and that's only the 3rd interception of the season thrown by Braxton Marshall. And Braxton was trying to throw it over the defensive coverage, but he threw it right to the defensive coverage. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Well, Mo didn't have much separation there. That was good defensive coverage, and the defender, the cornerback, actually he turned around and he watched that thing come in, so it was a pretty easy pick on some good defensive coverage. Braxton just threw it where he shouldn't have thrown it.
And Western will take over, 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Marino to throw. Pass is going to be caught. And as soon as the pass is caught, the receiver gets tackled. Making the catch is Keelan Mack, a junior out of Sacramento, California. And a gain to the Emporia State 49-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
A.J. West.
A.J. West on the tackle that time for Emporia State. 9:45 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0. Emporia State with a lead. Western with the ball after the interception. That's their 25th takeaway. Here's a handoff. It goes to the running back, and he'll pick up a first down as he'll carry it across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. On the carry was Derek Gray Jr., junior out of St. Joseph, Missouri Central High School.
Another jet sweep by the offense. At Fort Hays ran that a lot last week, and they got some pretty good yardage on there. So it's no surprise that we're seeing Missouri Western do the exact same thing.
1st and 10 for Missouri Western from the Emporia State 43. Another quarterback option. The option back to Gray. He gets to the corner and gets it turned and carries it across the 35 down to the 32-yard line before he finally gets upended.
Quarterback option. That's another play Fort Hays had a lot of success on last week. Emporia State did a nice job adjusting to that play once they saw it, but they're gonna have to do a little bit better right there.
Gain of 11 yards on the play. Tackle was by Asher Goldston. 1st and 10 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 33. Here's a little swing pass out to the left side, and making the catch and then being ushered out of bounds will be the wide receiver Brock Broughton. And a gain to the 31-yard line, only a gain of a yard on the play. In fact, they mark him at no gain on the play, so it's 2nd down and 10.
That was a nice play by the safety. Asher Goldston flew from the backside of the field there and pushed him out of bounds.
On 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion to the left side. Here's another running play. It goes to Gray, gets to the corner, trying to turn the corner, and carries it down to the 25-yard line before he's finally brought down. Making the tackle across the way, A.J. West for Emporia State. But a gain on the play of 7 yards, making it 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, they're hitting again with the outside run. And the nickelback did a nice job of forcing the play back inside, but you're going to have someone there to make that tackle. Wasn't no one there, so someone's going to have to come over and make that tackle.
Working out of the shotgun, Dom Marino. To his right, Derek Gray, the running back. Twin receivers off to the left. Tied in the slot to the left side. Now in motion to the right, Mack. He takes the handoff, looking for some running room, cuts back, and he'll pick up the first down, carries it across the 20, and goes down at the 17-yard line.
They see it. Obviously, they saw something last week, and I mean we saw it last week too, that the outside running game was huge, and they're doing it with jet sweeps and they're doing it with tunnel screens. So the defense is going to have to do a little better job, and then on the backside, cover that up and cut the backside off.
7:18 to go here in the first quarter. 7-0 Emporia State. Missouri Western, after the interception, has now moved the ball down to the Emporia State 17-yard line. On first down, Marino play action. He's going to call his own number straight ahead. Breaks one tackle, but he can't break another and goes down at the 10-yard line. Ankle tackle made by Roscoe Gatewood, but a gain of 7 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 3. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
I was going to tell you on that first down run, basically the defense just over-pursued. The running back made a nice cutback move and picked up 5 easy yards.
Sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford. Lincoln Nissan sells parts and service since 1963. Second down and 3 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 10-yard line. Running play, bouncing off of one would-be tackler, and down then goes Shamar Griffith after a gain of about 2 yards. As Emporia State able there to limit the gain that time. It'll bring up third down after just a gain of a yard, maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up third and short.
Now,
Roscoe Gatewood again on the tackle.
Missouri Western's done a nice job of setting up some option plays that they might be going back to.
Backfield split out of the shotgun. Marino, long snap count. Single receivers left and right, a tight end in the slot. We have an offensive lineman move. Flinching, the right guard, and that'll move the ball back 5 yards. So instead of 3rd and 1, it'll be 3rd and 6 as the ball moved back to the 13-yard line.
It's a big break there for the defense. Now that kind of narrows down the playbook for this offense. They might have to go pass here, but can be weary of the run.
Now they'll bring in an extra receiver and an extra tight end. On a football being brought to you by Emporia State University, changing lives for the common good. 3rd and 6 from the Emporia State 13-yard line. Marino takes the snap, looking to throw a little screen pass, and the catch is made by Keelan Mack, but Mack gets hit and dropped, and we get a penalty marker late. Gabe Cleveland had the first big hit as the tackle's made at the 11-yard line. That would be a gain of 2 yards on the play, and let's see what the officials saw. And they're going to call a late hit on Missouri Western Xavier Nelson after the play, so it'll not only make it 4th down, but it'll make it 4th down and long. And Missouri Western will bring on their field goal team. Yes, Tyler Bosch will come on to try a field goal. This will be a 43-yard attempt from the near hash. So the Griffins had it at the 10-yard line, and they go backwards.
It's a nice job by the defense stepping up after the interception.
Here's the snap placement down. The field goal try is on the way. He's got the distance, and it is good. A 43-yard field goal, good for Missouri Western's Tyler Bosch, and that makes it 7-3. Emporia State with a lead with 4:55 to play here in the first quarter. And let's go down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
I was going to say, Luke Meyer also helped out because Gabe Cleveland came in and just laid a licking on the ball carrier, but the ball carrier didn't go down. I mean, that's a big hit, but it wasn't a hit that downed the running back. Luke Meyer was there to finish it up, and then not a wise play by the Missouri Western tight end to give him a 15-yard penalty, but it does not hurt the Griffins.
as they end up with a field goal out of it, and Emporia State's lead is now 7-3 over Missouri Western. Our sideline updates, again, brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln, Nissan Sales Parts and Service since 1963. And Hornet Football also brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest-free the best it can be. Your authorized firm for the Centricon Colony Elimination System. Call them at 342-4222. That scoring drive, 10 plays, 28 yards, 5 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock. It began after an interception thrown by Braxton Marshall, only his second of the season and only the third this season for Emporia State. One thing Emporia State hasn't done this year is turn it over a lot. One thing they haven't done this year is have a lot of takeaways.
That is true.
And that's what they need to start doing as well, getting a few more takeaways. As Dylan Lohr and Mo Williams, who was our Hornet player profile before today's game, deep to receive this kick. It's kicked towards Mo Williams, and he'll field it at the 6. Up to the 15, the 20, 25, 30, 35, and goes down near the 36-yard line, maybe 37-yard line. That'll be a 30-yard kick return for Mo Williams, and another good return for Mo, and Emporia State will start this drive in good field position. In fact, it'll be a 32-yard kickoff, or a 22-yard kickoff return, or a 32-yard kickoff return.
Yeah, look for Western to start kicking it maybe the other way. The Emporia State's doing a nice job of setting up those blocks. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to kick that way, that they bust it for a big one.
1st and 10 for Emporia State from their own 38-yard line. Braxton Marshall out of the shotgun. Landon Holt takes the handoff, runs off his left side. He carries it across the 40 up to the 42-yard line. A gain of 4 for Landon Holt. Landon came in, averaging 4 yards a carry with 6 touchdowns scored rushing. And if you pick up 4 yards every play, you're getting a first down.
Does wonders.
2nd down and 6 for Emporia State. Braxton takes the snap. Hand off again, Landon Holt. He gets tripped up in the backfield. He loses some yardage as sneaking in and getting behind the offensive line to make the tackle from his defensive end spot, Darian Bass, 6'4", 235, a senior out of St. Louis, Missouri. He is 3rd in the conference in tackles for loss. Here's a play, or pass play from Braxton. Throws it to the far sideline, intended for Tyler Harris, and that pass short hops Tyler Harris, and that brings up 4th down. So Emporia State has a little bit of a misfire there offensively.
Yeah, man-to-man coverage there on the outside. The defender did a nice job of really not playing within that 5-yard range and really stopping him from getting into his route. And Braxton really had no decision but to skip that ball because the receiver hadn't even turned around yet.
Jonathan Owens and Brandon Dandridge deep to receive this punt from Justin Marche, who's averaging almost 45 yards a punt. Angled to the near sideline. It'll take a bounce. It'll go out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And that's where the ball will be marked out of bounds by the officials and where Missouri Western will take over the football. With 3:55 to play here in the first quarter, Emporia State leading by a score of 7-3. Hornet Football brought to you by the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let them assist you with meetings, conventions, and special event planning. For free visitor materials, call 342-1600. Let's check in with Ron Thomas on the John North Ford sideline.
Yeah, Tyler Harris, the Emporia State receiver, basically got manhandled by the cornerback and couldn't get into his route, even basically just stopped because Braxton was ready to throw it. Good thing he did and just kind of skipped it out there because the defender had great coverage.
So the Griffins take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Marino taking the snap, a little running play up the middle. Nice little hole found by Shamar Griffith, and he carries it up to the 24-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play.
Defense is going to have to. Defensive line's going to have to do a better job of fighting over the top between those two D tackles. It's going to be huge there.
2nd down and 6 for Missouri Western. Again, Marino out of the shotgun. He's going to run it himself. Gets to the corner, options it, and it's going to be caught by the running back, and then he gets upended before he can pick up the first down as Luke Meyer looks like he does a body slam on him and tackles him short of the first down stick. Leaves him a yard shy of first down, a gain of 5 on the play, though. And that was a dangerous pitch If that ball gets knocked free, Emporia State could have it in great field position, but the Griffins have it 3rd and 1 from their own 29. Don Marino with a long count. Brings his receiver Mack in motion. Hands it off to Mack. He gets the first down, then some down the far sideline. Cuts back to the inside, breaks a tackle. He's going to be caught from behind by Gary Woods. And finally, he still isn't down, and finally goes down at the Emporia State 25-yard line.
Just missed tackles, missed tackles, missed tackles, missed tackles.
Penalty marker back at the 39-yard line. So this run could be coming back. And it may be on Emporia State.
It looks like it.
Oh, so no penalty there. The officials pick up the penalty marker, so no penalty as a block happened after the ball had crossed the line of scrimmage. So the Griffins with a big play of 46 yards, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Emporia State 25-yard line.
And it was just a simple jet sweep. Missed tackles there can make bigger plays. They're going to have to fix that.
On 1st down, another running play up the middle. A handoff goes to Griffith, and he gets taken down after a gain of 2. There to make the tackle for Emporia State from his linebacking spot, Luke Meyer.
It's a nice job there by Luke. Luke's been flying around the field these first few series on defense now. He had a big hit down here before the big play, and right there he really just swallowed up the running back and made a nice play.
Tied in off to the right side, twin receivers to the left, running back to the left of the quarterback. They'll run it to the opposite direction. Handover goes to Shields. He'll break a tackle, but he'll get upended by A.J. West before he can pick up the first down, but a gain of almost 7 yards on the play, make it an 8-yard gain, and makes it 3rd down and 1.
Missouri Western's running game is usually it's coming from outside runs. Jet sweeps, they're pulling offensive linemen, and they're trying to get outside on this defense. Those defensive ends are going to have to be huge and fighting over and not giving up the edge, and then forcing those runs inside and having people there to make the tackle.
3rd and 1 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 16-yard line. Marino takes the snap. He's going to run it himself, cuts back against the grain. He'll have the first down after he carries it across the 15. Tackle made by Gary Woods, but not until the first down is picked up after a gain of 2 yards.
That'd be a prime example of what I just said. The defensive end, number 54, Logan Powell, did a nice job of fighting and not trying to get reach there and get the edge. Now someone has to come from the backside and make that tackle.
1st and 10 for Missouri Western from the Emporia State 13. Single receivers left and right, tied in the slot to the left. Now in motion goes Mack from right to left, handoff up the middle, a little stutter step by Derek Gray, and he carries it across the 10 and down to the 6-yard line inside the 6. And that'll be a gain of 8 yards on the play. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, Gray, the running back. He's not big of stature, guys, yet he's running between the tackles, which means he's got room to run because, he can be stopped pretty easily physically just because he's not that big. What are you, 160? Maybe 160 pounds, that's it. He's quick, but I'll tell you what, there's some holes opening down there.
And that's the thing with running outside. What it does to your defense, it spreads them out. It makes those running lanes a little bigger.
Handoff straight ahead to Gray. Carries it down to the 1. He gets it in, touchdown. He fights his way in for the touchdown run from 6 yards out. And Missouri Western puts it in the end zone. We have a penalty marker on the play as well. And it came after the touchdown was scored. And Missouri Western has taken the lead here if this touchdown stands. As the officials huddle near the goal line. As the Griffins put together a very impressive drive after Emporia State was 3 and out. And we talked about, getting that consistency, and Emporia State just not getting that consistency defensively. Let's go back down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
Well, one of my keys to the game, the key was stopping the Missouri Western run game. How many passes did they throw in that drive?
0.
I don't recall any.
Now, the penalty was on Missouri Western, unnecessary roughness after the touchdown. The touchdown stands, and that will end the quarter. Missouri Western will get to kick the extra point or try the extra point to take a 10-7 lead here. And Griffins will then kick it off from 15 yards further back as Tyler Bosch will attempt the extra point here. Snap is back, placement down, the extra point attempt is up, and the extra point attempt is good, and the Griffins have taken a 10-7 lead on Emporia State as the first quarter has come to a close. Hornet football brought to you by Planet Sub, oven-baked goodness served fresh just the way you like it. Join us for your next meal, Planet Sub, across from Walmart. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
At Emporia State University, we are turning dreams into reality. Nursing major Adam Tebben was named president of the National Student Nurses Association, which has 60,000 members. And English major Ariel Cooley was named Kansas College Journalist of the Year from the Kansas Collegiate Media Association last year. Find your dream at Emporia State and learn more about our 65 majors, minors, and concentrations at iamahornet.com. I'm Emmy, and I am a Hornet.
When you close your eyes and imagine the home of your dreams, do you see a big dining room table where hours will be spent discussing the day's happenings? A fire crackling in the fireplace? Your family playing games on the living room floor? Now is the time to make your dreams become reality. And the real estate professionals at Farm & Home Real Estate in downtown Emporia are ready to help you find the home of your dreams. Call Farm & Home Real Estate at 342-0022.
Black and gold, through and through. Mix 104.9.
For Missouri Western, it was an 8-play, 80-yard drive that ended with a 6-yard touchdown run by Derek Gray. And the Griffins have a 10-7 lead over Emporia State as they have scored the last 10 points of this ball game. And time of possession,
I was just about to say,
has definitely tilted towards Missouri Western. For that 15-minute quarter, Griffins had it for 10 minutes, 41 seconds. Emporia State had it for 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Their scoring drive lasted only a minute 43. And the Griffins will be kicking off from their own 20-yard line. So Emporia State should end up with really good field position. As Dylan Lohr and Mo Williams are deep to receive the kick, they set up at their own 20-yard line. Here's the approach and the end-over-end kick. It'll be Dylan Lohr from the 16-yard line up to the 30, 35, 40-yard line, and then gets out of bounds.
What are you doing?
And a couple of Missouri Western Griffins displaying that they do have some testosterone as they get a little chatty. And Emporia State will start the drive 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Now, the last time Emporia State had the ball, it was 3 and punt. See if the Hornets can't do something a little better with it here. Braxton Marstall will work out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Braxton takes the snap, little swing pass out to the far sideline, caught by Justin Brown. He'll gain 4 yards up to the 45-yard line before he's finally tackled. Bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Hornets from their own 45-yard line. Emporia State quickly to the line of scrimmage. Braxton takes the snap, running play. Kai Cowens looking for some running room, and he'll gain maybe 3 as he'll go down at the 48-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Emporia State.
I like what the offense is doing, getting back to their tempo here. It's a key weapon that they can use to get going on offense.
Braxton again takes the snap, play action, has some time, passes thrown and dropped. Justin Brown couldn't hang on to it. Braxton goes down. It'll bring up 4th down for Emporia State. And let's see if Garen Higgins decides to be Riverboat Gambler here. But it looks like he's going to send on the punt team.
Yeah, usually they'd go for it if it's on the other side of the 50 here. But, no, it's a little too 2 yards from the 50. It's a little too close to call here, especially the way they're off. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wish they would have went for it to keep the ball from the offense that's kind of coming along here.
And it's another 3 and out for Emporia
Right.
State offensively. They need to get the offense underway. Here's the snap back to Justin Marche, and he booms it. It'll take a bounce, and it will stay out of the end zone. It'll be down at where? At the 5-yard line. It took the perfect bounce and downfield to down at Brett Davenport. But once again, credit Justin Marche. Put the right spin on it.
Absolutely. I think Justin Marche is one of the best kickers in this country.
Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
And Justin Marche, when he got to the sideline, paused, pulled out a pitching wedge, made a nice swing. He backed it up, Greg.
That he did. Right onto the green. Planet Football brought to you by IHOP. IHOP wants you to think of their table as your family table. Eat up every moment with your family and friends. Let IHOP do the cooking. 1st and 10 for the Griffins from their own 5-yard line. Dom Marino, the quarterback, working out of the shotgun. Running backs to his left and right. Running play to the left side. Handoff goes to Griffith. And Griffith with a big run as he gets ushered out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 10.
Another outside running play. Who was there to force the play back inside? No one. Everyone got blocked there. Someone's going to have to step up. The defense is going to have to do something to stop these outside runs. If they don't, we're going to see this all game.
Well, Emporia State hasn't stopped it, and if I'm Missouri Western, I'm going to run it and run it and run it until Emporia State finds a way to stop it. And that's what the Griffins are doing here. They're just running it right down Emporia State's throat. 1st and 10 for the Griffins. Marino takes the snap, looking to throw this time. Sets up. He's going deep downfield, and he overshoots everybody. Yeah, a receiver running down the far hash marks. And he had double coverage. That receiver, Shamar Griffith, out of the backfield. Emporia State had it well covered with their defensive backs. Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Griffins. And when you've been running the ball as successfully as they have, you might try to pull off a little sneaky play like that. And now the Griffins empty the backfield.
It's a nice job by the defense there, not falling asleep.
Marino going to run the ball himself. Breaks one tackle. And finally breaks another tackle, and now he finally gets tackled from behind, but not until he carries it across the 35 up to the 36-yard line, having to catch him from behind and making the tackle for Emporia State from his linebacking, Logan Thompson, the linebacker. But that time they had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, spun around, got away from a defender, got to the outside, broke a tackle of a defender, and he picks up a 1st down for Missouri Western. Gain of 22 yards on the play.
Yep. Missed tackles again. It's all about effort. And
On 1st down, the Griffins will bring a receiver in motion. That's Rice. Looking to throw. Marino. He's being flushed from the pocket, rolling out to his right. Now he's being chased the other way. Now here comes the pressure, and he eludes a defender.
Gosh.
He's across the 35, and now he goes down at the 40-yard line for a gain of 3 yards. He ran a long way for that 3-yard gain as Parker Bass makes the tackle for Emporia State.
Like I said, it's all about effort. They had him back at the 26, 27-yard line and couldn't bring him down for the sack. You know, this is as a defense, you got to say somebody's going to have to step up here. We're not playing together well as a unit, so someone's going to have to step up and rally us.
Gain of 4 makes it 2nd and 6 for the Griffins from their own 41-yard line. Marino out of the shotgun. This is a running play to the near side, and this time it goes nowhere as Roscoe Gatewood is waiting on Shamar Griffith, and he tackles him for no gain on the play.
That's exactly how you need to play that right there. He did a nice job of staying square to the line of scrimmage and then making that tackle.
Makes it 3rd down and 6 for the Griffins from their own 41-yard line. They'll send 2 receivers off to the right side. Dion Ussery and Keelan Mack. 3 receivers off to the left side, and we're going to get a penalty marker. I believe we're going to get a procedure penalty on Missouri Western, and that will be the case, and that'll move the ball back 5 yards and make it 3rd down and 11. 11:23 to play here in the second quarter. 10-7, Missouri Western with a lead. Griffins have the ball, facing now 3rd down and 11 from the Missouri Western 36-yard line. Hornet Football brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. Looking to throw, Marino has time. Now he's being flushed from the pocket. No, this is a new quarterback. This is Bertinelli. He throws the ball down the field. He throws it away. Corey Bertini, 6'4", 230-pound senior from Glenwood, Iowa, was in at quarterback, and that brings up 4th down on the incomplete pass. So they switched quarterbacks on
sleeping.
3rd and long, and that brings up 4th down, and the Hornets force a punt.
It's a nice job by the defense giving up initially. You know, this drive started real deep in Missouri Western territory, and they did a nice job of coming back, and from giving up those big plays, they did a nice job of getting the ball back to the offense.
Luke Thies to punt the ball away straight up in the air. Fair catch called for by Jordan Reed. He makes the catch at the 34-yard line of Emporia State, and that's where Emporia State will have the ball with 10:56 to play here in the second quarter. Missouri Western leading by a score of 10-7. Hornet Football brought to you by PT Associates. Like ESU football is committed to excellence, PT Associates of Emporia is as well at 12th and Industrial, where hard work pays off. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Here's Jesse for Bunge North America.
At Bunge, we have 5 core values that reflect who we are and what we do. They ensure the effectiveness of our integrative and decentralized approach and help us achieve our purpose of improving the global agribusiness and food chain. Those values are integrity, teamwork, citizenship, entrepreneurship, and openness and trust. The bottom line is we are open to other ideas and opinions, and we trust our colleagues. Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain.
Call the Top Guns, the masters of disaster, when creepy crawly critters show up on the scene.
For over 50 years, Mackenzie Pest Control has offered quality service to all of East Central Kansas. With a knowledgeable staff and hometown service, let Mackenzie Pest Control make your home or business pest-free, the best it can be. Call Mackenzie Pest Control, professionals you can depend on.
Mackenzie Pest-Free, the best it can be.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
10-7 Missouri Western. Emporia State on first down. Braxton to throw over the middle. The pass is going to be incomplete. A penalty marker comes out as Lewis Daly was the intended receiver. He gets hit before the pass gets there, and Brandon Dandridge will be flagged for pass interference. That'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that would put the ball just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line of Emporia State.
Yeah, initially that was good coverage there between that the cornerback had. Just got there a little bit early and tried to knock his hand away, which caused that flag.
The pass was thrown a little bit behind Lewis to go along with that, and Hornets get the better end of the deal. Play action on first down. Braxton has all day to throw. Looking. Now here comes some pressure, and he throws it to the far sideline. Pass is going to be caught. First down catch made by Lewis Daly at the Missouri Western 33-yard line as he comes back to make the catch.
Hey, if you're going to play 3 down linemen and only rush 3, you're going to have to find a way to get pressure with those 3 guys. Right there, the offensive line did a nice job of keeping those guys away from the quarterback.
Here's a running play by Kai Cowens to the left side, carries it down to the 30-yard line for a gain of 3. Bring up second down and 7 for Emporia State from the Missouri Western 30-yard line.
It's a nice job there by Kai. I think that run was initially supposed to hit on the inside, and he cut it back and hit the outside.
Braxton looking to throw, far flat, pass caught by Justin Brown. He'll have the first down as he catches it and goes across the 25 and goes down to the 22-yard line. That'll move the chains. In comes the big tight end, John Denton for Emporia State. Justin Brown will line up wide out to the right side. Coming off the field, hustling for Emporia State. That'll be Lewis Daly. Emporia State goes with a power look right here. 3 in the backfield along with Braxton. Now in motion goes Denzel Strong. Oh, we get movement as stepping back was Dane Riley as one of the defensive linemen came charging at him. But this will be a procedure penalty on Emporia State as Dane Riley is going to be whistled for moving too soon, and that'll move the ball back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15 for Emporia State. Ball will be spotted at the Missouri Western 27-yard line. 9:49 to play, second quarter, 10-7, Missouri Western with a lead. Emporia State trying to put a scoring drive here, maybe see if they can't retake the lead. Mo Williams, Justin Brown wide to the left side. Single receiver to the right side. In motion goes Mo Williams. Handoff goes to Kai Collins straight ahead, and he carries it across the 20. He's inside the 20 and goes down near the 19-yard line.
Hey, a power play to the right. It's a nice job there by the offensive line. The puller really didn't have no one to touch until about 5 yards down the field. That's how you want to run power right there.
And Kai Collins a little slow to get up as the officials call an official timeout for the injury. Emporia State is in the Lyon County State Bank red zone as they have the ball facing second down and 7 from the Griffin 19-yard line. Stop dreaming and start driving a new or used car with a loan from Lyon County State Bank. Start saving for tomorrow today. Member FDIC. Other games going on this afternoon in the MIAA. Central Missouri leading Northeastern State 31-14 at halftime. Central Oklahoma leading Washburn at 20-3 in the third quarter.
Wow.
Fort Hays State and Northwest Missouri State tied at 3 at the end of the first quarter of play, or at halftime, excuse me. Lindenwood leading Missouri Southern 17-3, and it's Pittsburgh State leading Nebraska Kearney 14-0. That in the second quarter as well. Here we have 9:24 to play in the first half. 10-7, Emporia State trailing Missouri Western as Kai Collins is being helped off the field. And, boy, Kai has had an injury-filled career, and he was just really coming into his own. Hopefully it's nothing real serious as he is being assisted off the field. Let's go down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, it's had 2 ACLs, and it is that left knee, it looks like, again, that they were looking at when they were out there. We'll see what they take a look at when they get Kai to the sidelines, but don't want to see that. He has been through a ton.
That he has, as he just picked up 8 yards and makes it second down and 7 for Emporia State. Mo Williams in motion from left to right on second down. Braxton lets him get set. Now they look to the sideline. Play clock at 13, so they have some time. Landon Old in the backfield along with Braxton Marstall. Justin Brown wide to the left side. Braxton play action, has some time. He's going to the end zone for Justin Brown, and the pass is going to be incomplete. Good defensive coverage that time by Sam Webb, the cornerback. He had kept position and kept a hand on Justin Brown the whole way and did not allow Justin to get free and try to catch that pass. So it'll bring up third down and 7 for Emporia State. Danzel Strong will take his spot on the field, replacing John Denton. And Missouri Western brings in another defensive back as they go with 3 down linemen. On third down, Braxton sends Landon Knowlton motion off to the left side. Braxton looking to throw, has time. He throws it to the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. Justin Brown got turned around a little bit too late. If he makes his break maybe a half step sooner, he's open in the end zone for 6.
Absolutely. They tried to go back to the same type of play, same type of route there. Just missed it.
And now Emporia State will send on Austin Morton for a field goal try. This will be a 36-yard field goal try from the far hash. No breeze to speak of whatsoever. Light breeze. You can see the flags moving just a little bit, but not much. Reed Buckingham snaps it back. Austin kicks it up and through the uprights, and we're tied at 10. So Austin Morton ties the game up at 10 with 8:49 to play here in the second quarter. Hornet football brought to you by Clint Boyer Autoplex, Emporia's destination for new Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Dodge pre-owned vehicles and service. You can find them online at clintboyerauto.com. And Emporia State's scoring drive, 7 plays, 47 yards. They took 2:07 off the clock, and just a couple of missteps end up costing them during that drive. Instead of getting 6, they end up getting 3.
Right.
And now Emporia State will see if the defense can come back out and get another stop.
Right. I think the false start at the start of the series by the left tackle really messed up what they were wanting to do. I think you could hear, just like I heard how upset those coaches were, that I think that personnel would have probably been good for them going into that series, but they had to switch it up after that. But yeah, the defense is going to have to come back and play a little bit better. Those outside runs have been huge, so hopefully they've made adjustments.
as Justin Marche has that teed up to kick off. In the Big 12 this afternoon, Baylor picks up their first win. They defeat Kansas 38-9, and Kansas State and Texas Tech are in overtime, tied at 35. Here comes Justin Marche's kick, the approach and the kick. It's an end-over-end kick, angled to the near side. It'll take a bounce. It'll be picked up at the 5-yard line, up to the 15, to the 20, and then down goes the return guy at the 23-yard line. On the return for Missouri Western was Shamar Griffith. And the Griffins will have the ball, 1st and 10 to start this drive at their own. They'll mark it down at the 23-yard line. 8:43 to play here in the second quarter. Coming up at halftime, one of our interviews will be with Emporia State volleyball coach Bing Zhu. They happen to be in Warrensburg, Missouri tonight to take on Central Missouri, and then tomorrow they'll be in St. Charles, Missouri to take on Lindenwood as they're down to their final 4 matches of their regular season. 1st and 10 for the Griffins. Marino, the quarterback, running play straight ahead, handoff goes to Derek Gray. Gray across the 25 and goes down at the 27-yard line, and at the bottom of the pile for Emporia State, a little slow to get up. That looks like Gabe Cleveland, and he's favoring his right shoulder. That's not a good sign. And it could be his hand, too, as he did suffer a broken hand earlier this season.
Had surgery on it, too.
Yeah, had a plate put in his hand. And he's one that plays all out. Gain of 5 on the play makes it 2nd down and 5. As the Griffins try to shuffle their offense, make sure they got the right guys out there. The tight end, Xavier Nelson, will line up in the slot to the right side. Single receiver to the right. Twin receivers to the left. Running back to the left of the quarterback, Marino. Now one of the receivers comes in motion. Handoff straight ahead to Gray. Bounces off one tackler up to the 30-yard line, and that's as far as he goes. He'll gain about 3 yards, making the tackle for Emporia State. And making that stop will be Logan Thompson from his linebacking spot, and it brings up 3rd and 2 for the Griffins from their own 31-yard line. Marino looks over the defense, twins off to the left, single receiver to the right. Long snap count by the Griffins. A couple of the offensive linemen are moving. Now here comes a receiver in motion. They hand it off. No, a quarterback run straight ahead. He gets caught from behind, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Gary Woods making the tackle, but a gain of 2 on the play by Dom Marino, and the Griffins keep the drive alive. Clock rolling, 7:09 to go here in the second quarter, all tied at 10. Dom Marino having a pretty solid afternoon, as he has ran the ball for 45 yards on 7 carries. Another running play, this time to the left side. One tackle broken, but the rest of the Hornet defense gets there, and down goes Shamar Griffith for little, if any, gain on the play, and that time the swarm got to him.
Absolutely. I think that's the best way that they're going to have to stop this outside run, is everyone running to the football. Keen where the ball runner is, and then going after that. Right now they played that perfectly.
Gain of 1 on the play makes it 2nd down and 9. As Broughton and Mack wide out to the right side, single receiver to the left, out of the shot or out of the pistol. Now they bring Mack in motion to the left side. Here's a running play straight ahead, a little side dance, and the running back goes nowhere, as there were a host of black jerseys there to grab a hold of him and shove him backwards. Ugonna and Wari.
Donovan Walker did a nice job there. He made that initial hit there and kind of swallowed that running back up and trying to get that ball out. So nice, good defense there.
Give him forward progress to the 40-yard line, so it'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Griffins. But as soon as he got to that 40-yard line, he got shoved backwards as a host of black jerseys were all over him that time. See what the Hornet defense can do here on third down. Moreno looking to throw, has some time over the middle. The pass is going to be broken up. Thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver, the tight end Xavier Nelson, and it's an incomplete pass.
It's a nice job there by Roscoe Gatewood, number 22, knocking that ball loose. Want to see him key where that ball is and probably get that turnover there. Would have been a nice play nice play by the defense.
Well, the Hornets hold and force the Griffins to punt the ball away. Dropping deep to receive the punt will be Jordan Reed. He'll set up at his own 20-yard line as Luke Thies will set up at his own 21-yard line to punt the ball away. Here's the snap. Hornets trying to set up the return. It's a good punt. Fair catch called for. It'll be made at the 10-yard line, and Emporia State will have to go 90 yards to score points here. 5:10 to play here in the second quarter, all tied at 10. Hornet football brought to you by Farm and Home Real Estate. Make your dream of owning your home a reality. Call the professionals at Farm and Home Real Estate in downtown Emporia at 342-0022. Check in with Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, trainers, Emporia State looking at the left hand of Gabe Cleveland, guys. That's the hand that was broken before, and they're kind of bending it back, working it over, but did not exactly see how much pain Gabe was in, but that's what they were looking at. He certainly was concerned about it when he left the field, so it is the left hand.
Now that's hopefully not bad news because we just saw some good news as Kai Cowens is back on the field for Emporia State. Our sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln Nissan, sales parts and service since 1963. On first down, they handed off on the receiver, reverse to Mo Williams, and nobody there to block for him as he gets tackled for no gain on the play.
An outside run by the offense there. Those plays are key if you have good outside blocking there. Those receivers didn't really help out Mo there and left that for no gain.
So the Hornets facing 2nd and 10 from their own 11-yard line. Danzel Strong will be in the slot, almost in the backfield. 3 wide out to the left, single receiver to the right. 3 down linemen for the Griffins. In fact, they only have 2 guys down in his 3-point stats, now 2 guys. Play action for Braxton, looking to throw. Dumps it off short, caught by Danzel Strong. He's across the 15 up to the 20. He'll have the first down and then more. And they'll mark him out of bounds at the Emporia State 23-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered there.
Absolutely. Nice playoff fake there. Looked like the linebacker, number 34, and it could have made that play, could have stopped that play, but he played quarterback there and left the S-back wide open.
Gain of 13 yards on the play, and Hornets have it 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Braxton on first down, running play. Kai Cowens stutter steps, spins away from one tackler, heads back up the field, and carries it up to the 30-yard line for a gain of 6. The water bug jitterbugs his way up to the 30-yard line, and Emporia State quickly to the line of scrimmage. On second down, Braxton claps his hands, takes the snap. A little quick outlet to Justin Brown. Brown spins away from one tackler, and he'll gain about 2 yards, maybe 3, up to the 33-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for Emporia State.
Now, we've seen that type of play, those now screens. We've seen them all year, but with this type of play, the running back is actually going out there and trying to make a block. I think that's the first time the running back actually made it out there to make the block because Braxton's throwing that ball so quickly.
On 3rd and 1, John Denton now in the slot. He leans forward.
Well, he can move. Tight end can move.
Officials are going to call procedure. Well, he stopped, and if he would have kept moving, he would have been okay.
Yeah, that's where you got to get your Academy Award performance on there.
If he stopped, he started and then he stopped, and he should have just kept on going.
Mm-hmm. Kept walking.
And then just got reset. Instead, that's a 5-yard penalty, and that moves it back to the 29-yard or 28-yard line, making it 3rd down. And we'll call it 6. Kai Cowens in the backfield with Braxton and Marstall. Braxton looking to throw. Pass caught. Justin Brown makes the catch for the first down at the 35-yard line. He leans across the 35 and goes down at the 36-yard line. Making the defensive tackle for Missouri Western will be Jonathan Owens.
It's a nice job there by Justin Brown, using that extra strength there to get that extra yard in the first down.
So I want to keep the drive alive with 2:51 to play here in the second quarter, all tied at 10. Braxton looking to throw. He now is scrambling, rolling out. He throws it down the field. The pass is caught. What a great catch made by Jordan Reed, and they're going to say he was out of bounds when he made the catch.
Oh, really wish we had a replay here. That was one nice catch.
And Coach Garen Hagens is not happy with the official that called that out of bounds. That was a tremendous catch made by Jordan Reed, but they say he was out of bounds. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, the line judge Tom Savela was about ready to call it a catch, but the other official waved him off. So one of them, that's our friend Tom Savela again, Greg, that was going to call that a catch, it looked like, but the other official to the back of the play said incomplete.
Here's a pass near side. It's going to be caught by Carson Profit at the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of only 4, and it'll bring up 3rd and 6 for Emporia State. Clock rolling with 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Emporia State, Missouri Western tied at 10. What Football brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. Your authorized firm for the Centricon Colony Elimination System. Call them at 342-4222. Kai Cowens will stay in at running back. Denzel Strong along with Jordan Reed wide out to the right side. To the left side, Carson Profit along with Tyler Harris. Out of the backfield, Kai Cowens now in motion off to the left side. Braxton to throw, 3-man rush, being flushed from the pocket, now steps up, and now he's going to get sacked. As the linebackers waited for him to be flushed out of the pocket, and he gets tackled back at the 32-yard line, making the quarterback sack for Missouri Western will be Tyrell Robinson. And Emporia State facing 4th down, and they'll have to send the punt team on.
That's a nice job there by the defense getting that sack, but the offensive line's done a nice job throughout this game of keeping Braxton clean there. Right now, they just brought something that confused them and got them overcommitted, and they were able to make that sack.
Missouri Western will use a timeout here with 1:40 to play in the first half. Game tied at 10. So they want to try to set up a return play or maybe see if they can't score some points late. They'll get the ball to start the second half. So they definitely want to be able to maybe get something here. And as they take a timeout, so will we. Let's pause for this timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Whether you want a fuel-efficient Toyota, a rugged Jeep, or the Ram Motor Trend Truck of the Year, they've got it at Clempoyer Autoplex. They've also got an incredible supply of pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs that have passed their stringent safety and quality inspections. They also serve all makes and models of vehicles in their service department. They're open 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays for your convenience. Visit Clempoyer Autoplex on West Highway 50 under the big American flag or online clempoyerauto.com. And go Hornets!
Your home for Hornet Sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Justin Marche getting set to punt the ball away for Emporia State as they are facing 4th and 14 from their own 33-yard line. Here's a snap back to Justin. He kicks it away, and Western fields it at the 35-yard line, breaks one tackle and goes down, or like the 30-yard line, goes down at the 35-yard line. 5-yard return. Special teams tackle made by Emporia State's Jace McDown. And the Griffins will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line with 1:33 to play in the first half. Don Marino, the quarterback, he'll be joined in the backfield by Derek Gray. He'll line up with twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Emporia State with 4 down linemen. Looking to throw, Don Marino. He's going to run it. And now he gets hit. Ball comes free. He gets it back as he does it. Who gets it? It's free.
We got that.
Who got it? Emporia State says they have it. Western says they have it. And who has it? It'll be Western ball, and they start the game clock or the play clock. And they still haven't unpiled. And now the official stopping play or stopping the clock. Gary Woods, and a penalty marker comes out as Gary Woods spikes the ball at.
Gotta stay focused here. You didn't get the ball. That's fine, but you can't give them free 15 yards, especially with 1:16 left. There's a lot of time on the clock. where they can still make plays.
Well, and personally, they could have not done anything there.
Right, that too.
Now, let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Well, the whole focus of the game was on those two players at the bottom, so you can't come up with all eyes on you and do that. That's just an easy 15. Can't do it.
1st and 10 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 40-yard line. Marino throws it and getting out of bounds after making the catch. Brock Broughton, he'll go out of bounds at the Emporia State 41-yard line. Stops the clock with 1:07 to go. Western does have 2 timeouts left here in the first half. But that 15-yard penalty, huge. Derek Gray in the backfield lines up to the right of quarterback Don Marino. Marino takes the snap, drops back to pass, has time. He's going deep down the field. The pass is going to be caught. What a great catch and a throw. Making the catch along the boundary, Daiwan Ussery. Coverage provided by Emporia State's Kellen Gordon. And that pass, it was more the receiver than it was the pass that was thrown, as he had to come back to make the catch, and he makes the catch at the 2. 1st and goal from the 2 for Missouri Western. Don Marino out of the shotgun. With him in the backfield is Gray to his left. Now in motion goes Cunningham. Straight ahead, Marino, touchdown. And the Griffins, with 42 seconds left to go in the half, take advantage of the 15-yard penalty, and they stick it into the end zone.
Yep, Emporia State's wishing they had that 15 yards back. I mean, especially so close to halftime, you can't give them a chance like that. And then getting the ball back to start the second half.
Now that's the bad thing about it, is the momentum really has shifted to Missouri Western.
Right.
As that drive, 65 yards, just 4 plays, 51 seconds, 15 of those, you credit to the Emporia State defense on unsportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
Those are the frustrating plays of a game. Here's the extra point attempt, and it's blocked, and it's no good. Oh, he got it through. It did get through. I thought they blocked it, and it came up short, but it crossed the uprights. How in the world did that get across?
Wow.
42 seconds to play in the half. 17 to, and we have a penalty marker on the penalty on the game or on the play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
And I think it's going to be on Emporia State. And they're going to call that on the Emporia State bench. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and it's Tom Savela who's picking up the flag.
Our good friend there. Emporia State they're going to have to keep their composure. I mean, yeah, you gave up the 15 yards and you gave up the touchdown. I think now that, you try and go for some points here.
Now you have to take that frustration and you have to
channel it someplace else.
And the Griffins will be kicking off from midfield. And Emporia State will have 42 seconds with which to work. Let's see if they have a 42-second offense here.
We've seen it.
(17-10) Missouri Western with 42 seconds to go here in the half. And the wagon wheels have come off here in the last minute. 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. Unable to convert on a third down. And getting a penalty, a procedure penalty, took you out of a drive. Emporia State has shot themselves in the foot here. Here's the kick. It's going to go into the end zone. And Dylan Lohr will take a knee in the end zone, and Emporia State will have 42 seconds with which to work to start a drive from their own 25-yard line. And the Hornets do have all 3 timeouts available. Let's see if Braxton can engineer a drive here.
The offensive line's going to have to be huge here. They're going to have to protect the quarterback. Looks like they're bringing in 4 down offensive linemen or 4 down defensive linemen. They haven't seen that yet, so they're going to have to protect that extra man.
2 will be with 2 hands on the turf, 2 standing up for the Griffins. Braxton with Landon Nault off to his left. Braxton takes the snap, has time, sets up, throws it down the near sideline. The pass is going to be caught by Justin Brown. He goes down at midfield. Great catch by Justin Brown. He had man-for-man coverage from Missouri Western's Sam Webb, but Justin making the big catch. The ball will be marked at the Missouri Western at midfield, and we're down to 36 seconds to go. Braxton gets him lined up. Now sends Landon Nault in motion. Takes the snap with 35 seconds to go. Now here comes the pressure, and he's going to get sacked. Second time he's been sacked this afternoon. As he goes down back of the 46-yard line, making the quarterback sack will be Darian Bass, as Emporia State will use a timeout here. Darian Bass, second in the conference in quarterback sacks. He had 6.5 quarterback sacks coming into this game.
Don't see too many 6'2", 300-pounders out there playing defensive end. I mean, it's especially moving that fast. The offensive line's going to have to keep that width of that pocket. A lot of those guys were pushed into the lap of Braxton, in how they got that sack.
So Emporia State uses their first timeout, stopping the clock with 32 seconds to play here in the first half, with Missouri Western leading 17-10. Emporia State scored on their first drive, a short drive time-wise, and made it look really easy. Since then, it has not been easy for Emporia State.
Right, it's more of the same story.
Yeah, we've seen it a lot this season where they score on the first drive, but then the offense kind of dries up.
Mm-hmm.
The opposition defense makes some adjustments.
Western's coming back down with 4 down D linemen.
Second down, 14 for Emporia State from their own 46-yard line. Braxton out of the shotgun with Landon Nault in the backfield with him. Play action for Braxton. Here comes the pressure. Braxton gets tackled again for a sack, and a penalty marker comes out. I think we're going to have holding on Emporia State. This time getting to Braxton Marstall will be Cale Corman, a linebacker.
Going to have a penalty against the offense here.
And a holding on Emporia State.
Going backwards, it's not where you want it to go.
No, 25 seconds to play in the half. There'll be a mark. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage. The referee who was going to mark it off was ready to mark it off from the point of the infraction, which was in the backfield. But if it happens behind the line of scrimmage, it's marked off from the line of scrimmage. If it's in front of the line of scrimmage, they'll mark it off from the point of the infraction. And that moves the ball all the way back to the Emporia State 36-yard line. And that makes it second down and a country mile. They need to get it to the Griffin 40-yard line. Second down and 24. Three down lineman for the Griffins. Now a linebacker sneaks up. Now he backs up. Braxton throw, has time, sets up, throws a near sideline, passes incomplete, unable to hang on to it. Tyler Harris, incomplete pass with 1 second to play. Makes it third down and 24 for Emporia State, so they have one more shot here. Did that take 25 seconds to play?
That last play?
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Third down for Emporia State. Braxton. There are 4 guys in the box for Emporia State, or for Missouri Western. Here comes the pressure. Braxton steps up, and now he's going to get dropped for no gain as he tries to run with the football as the pocket collapses around him. There to make the tackle, again, Cale Corman, along with Darian Bass, and the Griffins will take a 17-10 lead to the locker room over Emporia State here at halftime. Ron Thomas will see if he can't catch up with Coach Garen Higgins, and our halftime visit with Coach Garen Higgins being brought to you by Plumbing by Spellman, located at 821 Commercial. For all of your residential and commercial plumbing needs, it's Plumbing by Spellman. As Emporia State saw things unravel a little bit at the end of this first half. as Emporia State coach Garen Higgins, he might want to talk to might be waiting to talk to the referee before he heads to the locker room, as he and the White Hat are having a short little discussion as the Emporia State coaching staff now gets ready to head to the locker room. I'm sure Coach Garen Higgins has some encouraging words for the officials as they head to the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if Ron Thomas can catch up with Coach Garen Higgins. Let's go down to Ron.
Oh, wait.
As
hold on just a second.
Okay, we'll wait for
Coach, your thoughts on the first half down a touchdown here?
Well, I mean, we had our opportunities, down here in the red zone. We had to, kick the field goal, but we got to take advantage of those opportunities and getting touchdowns. They're playing man coverage on us. We got to be able to, execute in the passing game, which is what we do. We got to get some protection there for Braxton, and we got to make sure we're getting off the field. Field position's been a huge key for us in the first half. That we've had them pinned down deep, and we've let them get out, and they've been able to flip the field on us. We got to be able to take advantage of flipping the field on them.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Good luck the second half. Coach Garen Higgins, obviously frustrated, guys, was talking to the officials about the last unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, was wondering why that flag was thrown by Tom Savela, and Savela said it was the way you were talking to me. well, I guess that's how they get thrown, right?
Yes.
The play before the last play of the first half, you saw tackle Steve Williams come off the field. He was having an issue with the center, Jake Pomato. He pushed him before he left and went to the sidelines, guys. So a little turmoil within the offensive line before the end of the first half.
Now, hopefully this halftime came at the right time and Emporia State can get things straightened out and headed in the right direction in the second half. 17-10, Missouri Western with the lead. We'll be back with our Long Pine Auto Plaza halftime show right after this. This is Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Did you know the Memorial Union on the ESU campus is a convention center second to none? Bring your company annual meeting, trade show, class reunion, or any special event to ESU. The union can accommodate groups up to 1,000. Contribute to Emporia's economy and invite your professional organization to meet in Emporia. Call the Emporia CVB at 342-1600 for more information.
Only IHOP can take the latte flavors you love and put them in a pancake. New Latte Lovers Pancakes. Hot off the griddle and starting at just $4.99. There's espresso mocha cream, topped with chocolate-covered espresso beans, salted caramel java with coffee-infused butter, double vanilla with vanilla cream, and a scoop of ice cream. And everyone's favorite, pumpkin spice made with real pumpkin. New Latte Lovers Pancakes starting at just $4.99 for a limited time. IHOP, 2831 West 18th in Emporia.
Got a construction project? Let Colmer Concrete Flat Work go to work for you. Colmer Concrete Flat Work has been a mainstay in the Emporia area for decades, providing quality new concrete work for patios, sidewalks, driveways, and shop floors. They also do replacement concrete work, so if your old worn-out concrete needs replaced, they can help. Colmer Concrete Flat Work wishes the Emporia State football team the best of luck in today's game. Colmer Concrete Flat Work. Call 343-8376. Go Hornets!
A good coach knows forming a winning game plan takes planning and preparation. Now's the time to start planning for your game-winning lawn. Scott's Lawn and Landscaping has the knowledge it takes to create a beautiful space you will be proud of. Call Scott at 341-9514 for a free quote to winterize your lawn. Scott's Lawn and Landscaping will create the perfect plan for you. Like them on Facebook or check out their work at scottslawnandlandscaping.com.
It's time now for the Long Pine Auto Plaza halftime show. Long Pine Auto Plaza, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer in Emporia. Driven by longpineauto.com.
Central Kansas. Today's the best time of the year to get incredible savings on new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at Longbine Auto Plaza in Emporia. It's Chevy's 2017 closeout and just announced. Get employee pricing on most 2017 Silverado SUVs and more. Or get 20% off MSRP on remaining 2017 Chevy passenger cars. The Chevy 2017 closeout is happening now at Longbine Auto Plaza, West Highway 50 in Emporia. For over 50 years, giving you our best. Visit us at longbineauto.com. Chevy, find new roads.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
We're at halftime, 17-10. Missouri Western with the lead over Emporia State, and the Hornets ending the first half in less than impressive fashion. The couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. There was also a procedure penalty that if you kind of just figure out, let's keep moving since you're a guy that can move. And part of that is John Denton. It's been a while since he's played tight end, and he probably forgot, oh, yeah, if I just keep going in motion, I can continue to move. But he stops, or he stops, and starts going again, and that's when they got him with the procedure penalty. Well, Emporia State also not taking advantage of opportunities, as Coach Garen Higgins mentioned. They were able to get Missouri Western deep in their territory a couple times, but they weren't able to keep them there, and the Griffins were able to flip the field on them, and they did take advantage of Emporia State being held in their own territory. Let's take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Witten Construction. Quality craftsmanship, licensed and bonded. Make it fit and call Witten Construction to get your project started at 343-6054. Scoring started early for Emporia State as Landon Nault scored on a 1-yard touchdown run, capping off a 6-play, 65-yard drive. They used up a minute 43 on the clock, and we've seen Emporia State do this a lot this season, score on their first drive. But after that, then things dry up for them, and we haven't seen them do a whole lot. The only thing they've been able to do is tack on a field goal the rest of this first half. Missouri Western, though, then answers with a 10-play, 28-yard drive that ends up with a 43-yard field goal by Tyler Bosch. Then the Griffins took the lead with time expired at the end of the first quarter as Derek Gray scores from 6 yards out, capping off an 8-play, 80-yard drive, making it 10-7. Emporia State tied it up with 8:49 to play in the second quarter on an Austin Morton 36-yard field goal. And then with 42 seconds to play, Missouri Western goes on top as they take advantage of some miscues by Emporia State, a 65-yard, 4-play drive, 51 seconds off the clock, and Dom Marino scores from 2 yards out, and the Griffins have the 17-0 lead here at halftime. Looking at the team numbers, Emporia State in this first half, 33 plays, 165 yards. Missouri Western, 36 plays, 240 yards. The Griffins, 187 rushing yards. Emporia State, just 41. Emporia State quarterback Braxton Marstall, 11 of 19 for 124 yards and an interception. Quarterback Dom Marino, he's not the only one that has thrown a pass, but 4 of 7 passing is Missouri Western for 53 yards. Emporia State in this first half penalized 6 times for 55 yards. The Griffins penalized 5 times for 55 yards. Both teams have fumbled the ball but have not lost a fumble. The only turnover and interception that was thrown by Braxton Marstall. Emporia State had the ball for 11 minutes, 36 seconds. Missouri Western had the ball for 18 minutes and 19 seconds. The Griffins, 4 of 7 on third down. Emporia State, just 2 of 8 on third down.
Big number.
Yeah. Individually, for Emporia State, again, Braxton Marstall, 11 of 19 for 124 yards, an interception. He's been sacked 3 times. Dom Marino, 4 of 6 for 53 yards. And
I think all that came on pretty much one play.
Pretty much, yeah. And leading receiver was Dijon Ussery, 1 catch for 40 yards. So pretty much most of it on one play. Right. That got the ball down to the 1-yard line. Emporia, or leading ground gainer for Missouri Western, as far as yardage goes, is their receiver, Keelan Mack, who has 2 carries for 54 yards. But Dom Marino, 9 carries, 49 yards, a touchdown. along with Derek Gray with 7 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. For Emporia State, the leading receiver, Justin Brown, 6 catches, 55 yards. Lewis Daly, 2 catches, 53 yards. Leading ground gainer, Kai Callens, 4 carries for 20 yards. Braxton Marstall, 6 carries for 13 yards. And Landon Alt, just 4 carries for 8 yards and the touchdown. Emporia State got a field goal from Austin Morton. And when you look at what Justin Marche's been able to do, he's punted the ball 3 times. He's averaged 41 yards per punt. And Western has punted the ball 3 times, averaging 40 yards per punt. So both punters doing what they need to do to keep their team in the ball game. Here it is, 17-10 at halftime. Missouri Western leading Emporia State. When we continue on the Longmont Auto Plaza halftime show, we'll sit down and we'll visit with Emporia State volleyball coach Bing Zhu right after this timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
When you're shopping for special occasions, eliminate the headache of trying to figure out what to get that tough-to-buy-for person with a Sutherland's gift card. Less stress for you and a great gift for them. Purchase in any amount. They can buy something they really wanted that they may not have bought on their own. Sutherland's has so many things they can choose from, whether it's a tool, something for the yard, or maybe a grill. The perfect gift, a gift card from Sutherland's, located on Industrial Road.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer or you're moving into a new home, don't leave your wiring to chance. Plug into your #1 electrical source, Gerald Schumann Electric. They're experts in residential, commercial, and industrial electrical repairs and installation. Their highly trained electricians get the job done right the first time without cutting corners. With 40 years in the business, Schumann's honesty and integrity is their policy, and electricity is their business. Call them 342-2176. Gerald Schumann Electric.
The air may be getting cooler, but the deals at Express Tire and Auto this month are hot, hot, hot. Express Tire and Auto has current rebates on great brands including BF Goodrich and Michelin tires. Get up to a $120 rebate on General Tires with the Tire Pros Give Thanks to Veterans exclusive rebate. For service you can trust without the hassle, visit Express Tire and Auto, your local Tire Pros in Emporia, 806 East 12th Avenue next to the Water Tower. See participating stores for promo dates and complete details.
We're at halftime. Emporia State, Missouri Western, homecoming for the Emporia State Hornets. And besides the football team in action this weekend, the Emporia State volleyball team has a busy weekend as well. Later on tonight, they'll be at Central Missouri, and then tomorrow they'll be at Lindenwood. And Coach Bing Zhu, you're down to the final 4 matches of this season, and some pretty big matches still to play for your girls.
Yes, the whole season we're hot and cold with a lot of freshmen. And the last 4 games, nothing easy, and all on the road. And it's a tough to play on the road. But all our freshmen and all the players, they know how tough this conference is. So hopefully they prepare well mentally, and we just go there and take care of business and then do our things and focus on our side of the net and give it all. Especially right now, we have a lot of freshmen that start and carry the team. So, and as a coach, I really like it because they don't have anything like a fear or a mental blocker for the Central Missouri team we lost before. So they just go there, show up.
Now, the Central Missouri and Lindenwood, you've played both of them already. Unfortunately, lost to both of them the first time around. Where do you feel like your girls have to be better the second time around?
We have to do better to take care of business on our side, and especially for Central Missouri, a really consistent team. They don't make a lot of errors. They give you a ball, you have to take care of that ball and turn around to put the ball away and make a score for ourselves. That's kind of the team. For us, a young team, they have to learn volleyball. You really need to cut unforced errors and put a lot of effort on defense and protect our floor well, and so we have a more chance and give ourselves a chance to attack the other side and to score. So that's what we need to do for both teams. 2 teams are totally different style. We have to adjust faster. And Central Missouri, they run just normal tempo, and then sometimes a high tempo offense. But Lindenwood, they run everything fast. So it's a totally different teams, and we had, one day we have to, be patient with the haters. The other day we have to, pace ourselves faster and read well and try to defending in a fast tempo team and Lindenwood.
You mentioned this team, a lot of younger players, a lot of freshmen, no seniors on this year's squad. First off, for those freshmen, the newcomers, how they've adjusted to playing at the collegiate level, and what has you so excited about this group of players?
And right now for the young kids, they're not like it before 10 years ago. A lot of kids, they play a pretty high level club volleyball in the spring, and they just needed to adopt like the strength and the speed part of a college volleyball. And the more we play, you can see the kids getting better and better, and so that's just the goal for our team this year. We just need to every practice, after every practice, every game, we just need to get it better and better, especially for the young kids. And when they get it better, and they're ready for next year and the year after, so that's so far that we're making progress. We just need to have a better outcome, but we have, as a coach, I have to be patient. I always tell myself, be patient, because you have a lot of young kids. You need to be patient with them, and so lead them right way in right direction. And so far, I'm pretty pleased. But the outcome, probably we want to see even better. But that's a learning year for everybody. And hopefully we last 4 games, we take care of business, and we move to a postseason.
When I look at that group of freshmen, there's one that really stands out, Yushin Du. She's now playing mostly setter because of the injury to Emma Dixon, but she's one of those special players, isn't she?
Yeah, it is. She's a pretty special for the team, and she has a lot of playing experience, and even she's still young, and she's still making mistake as a young player. And we're the last couple of games we're missing her hitting, but she run the offense pretty well too, and then we run 5-1, and with the one-sider, the team look more consistent. So all the hitters, they expect what kind of sets. With the 2 hitters, there's a little bit of slightly different set, like a tempo-wise and a speed-wise, and the hitters have to adjust a lot. And there's a take and give, but we'll see. This weekend we'll start 5-1 for sure, and if sometimes we get stuck in one rotation, we may just put a Emma in and let Kathy to be another hitter, so we have more option on the offense line.
As far as players go of the freshmen, are there any others that really have kind of maybe taken a step above?
Right now I can see Carly Patton. She's our main go-to outside hitter right now, and even Jordan Evans, she's a freshman outside. The 2 outside hitters, and it's all freshmen. It's a tough on them, but they play carefree. They have a very good attitude on the court, and that's what we need from freshmen. No fear, go there, give it all. And the DS, and we brought in Kylie and Espedo. She's doing a great job in the back row for take care of business and try to help save a lot of balls and give our front row a lot of chances to score. All the freshmen, I'm really happy about all the freshmen. And returners, they just filled in their role and take care of the leadership and carry the whole team. It's a good group overall.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking time out and visiting with us here at halftime. Good luck tonight against Central Missouri, and good luck tomorrow against Lindenwood, and we look forward to the rest of the season for you.
Yeah, thank you very much. We miss homecoming, but that's a schedule set, and we wish our football have a good turnout too.
That's Emporia State volleyball coach Bing Zhu joining us here at halftime. Emporia State and Missouri Western will continue with more on the Long Pine Auto Plaza halftime show right after this timeout. This is Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
When you're looking for a great meal, well, this is the place. We're gonna put a smile on your face. Our food and our service just can't be beat. You're gonna love what you eat.
When it comes to dining out, choose Ruff's Sports Bar and Grill. Ruff's is a family restaurant where you'll find great tasting steaks, fresh, never frozen burgers, fresh salads, sandwiches, appetizers, wings, a kids menu, and more. Ruff's Sports Bar and Grill, 2640 West 18th in Emporia, and proud supporters of Emporia State Hornets football and basketball.
Are you looking for new countertops or cabinetry for your kitchen or bathroom? See Mark II Lumber for a quote on your new countertops or cabinets today. Whether you're looking for solid surface or laminate countertops or one of the many options from Showplace Cabinetry, the kitchen specialists at Mark II Lumber will set you up with options to fit your needs. Stop by and see the summer specials on select colors of granite starting at $55 per square foot. Mark II Lumber, 825 East 6th Avenue. Priced right every day.
Need a job? Right Time, Right Place Staffing has immediate openings for full and part-time work. They are hiring for production, general labor, warehouse, forklift, and operator positions. Apply at their new branch office at 707 West 6th Avenue, just west of Dollar General. You may call 620-842-8801 or go online to rtrpsstaffing.com. Bilingual staff is available to assist you if needed. No experience is necessary. Apply today and start today.
Williams Automotive proudly employs ASE certified automotive technicians because you deserve the high level of training, experience, and expertise only we can offer. As a Napa Auto Care Center, you also get the free benefit of a nationwide warranty. For all your vehicle needs, stop by Williams Automotive, 3105 West 6th today, or book online at williamsautomotive.com.
Williams Automotive, amazing care and repair. We do it all.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
We're at halftime, 17-10, Missouri Western leading Emporia State on this homecoming Saturday as the king and queen being crowned down on the field. They recognized the Athletic Hall of Honor inductees as well as all the distinguished alumni, and we say congratulations to all those who were recognized today, especially those who were inducted into the Athletic Hall of Honor. Ken Darding, Lisa Ferris, Claire Hutchison, Dwayne McIntyre, Andy Vogelsberg, Travis Wallace, and the 1996 regional runner-up softball team all inducted into the Hall of Honor earlier today. Other scores from around the MIAA. Fourth quarter score, Central Missouri leading Northeastern State 38-17. Fourth quarter score, 45 seconds to play, Central Oklahoma leading Washburn 27-10. Fourth quarter score just underway. Fort Hays State leading Northwest Missouri State 6-3. Third quarter score just underway. Lindenwood leading Missouri Southern 24-10. Third quarter score, Pittsburgh State leading Nebraska Kearney now 21-7. In the Big 12 this afternoon, Kansas State in overtime defeats Texas Tech 42-35. Baylor over Kansas 38-9. West Virginia leading Iowa State 17-0. That in the second quarter. Oklahoma State leading Oklahoma, first quarter score, 3-0. Later on tonight, Texas is at TCU. Here, Emporia State trails at 17-10. We'll be back with the second half. Right after this timeout, this is Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
East Central Kansas. Today's the best time of the year to get incredible savings on new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at Longbine Auto Plaza in Emporia. It's Chevy's 2017 closeout and just announced. Get employee pricing on most 2017 Silverado SUVs and more. Or get 20% off MSRP on remaining 2017 Chevy passenger cars. The Chevy 2017 closeout is happening now at Longbine Auto Plaza, West Highway 50 in Emporia. For over 50 years, giving you our best. Visit us at longbineauto.com. Chevy, find new roads.
This has been the Long Pine Auto Plaza halftime show. Long Pine Auto Plaza, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer in Emporia. Driven by longpineauto.com. Now, stay tuned for the second half.
You make the right choices every day. Shouldn't you get credit for it? We think so. That's why we want to put you in the driver's seat when it comes to your auto insurance. Contact me, Brian Fillinger, your Farm Bureau agent in Emporia, to learn more about Driveology and see how your safe driving skills could help you save up to 30% on your auto insurance premium. Give me a call at 342-2500 or check out my website at brianfillinger.com.
Savings based on driving behavior, your savings may vary. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company. Your Napa Auto Parts store is open 6 days a week for your convenience. Monday through Friday from 7:40 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Saturdays from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. Order a part by 10:30 a.m. Monday through Friday and have it by 2 that afternoon. Subject to warehouse availability. Let them help you find what you're looking for. Napa, 810 Industrial Road in Emporia.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Kicking off as the Hornets hopefully took advantage of halftime and regrouped and come back out here for this second 30 minutes of football, refocused and re-energized as Missouri Western has really kind of controlled this football game, the tempo at least. As Justin Marche tees it up at the 35-yard line. Here's the approach and the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded at the 5-yard line by Missouri Western. On the return for the Griffins, that'll be Shamar Griffith, and Griffith carries it up to the 15-yard line. Good kick coverage by Emporia State. Chase McDowell making the tackle for Emporia State, and Griffins will start the drive at their own 16-yard line. So good special teams play. Hopefully the Hornets can dig in and go to work defensively. And we look down there, and Gabe Cleveland is back out there at linebacker for Emporia State. So that's a good sign to see. After he left earlier, Logan Thompson also in at linebacker for the Hornets. On first down, little running back reverse, breaking one tackle will be Shamar Griffith as they fake the handoff to the receiver in motion, and the running back went in the opposite direction. The counter play and gain on the play up to the 25-yard line, a gain of 9 yards.
Nice little mixed direction play. Really confused the defense there. They're going to have to play sound there, especially now that they've introduced this type of play. They're going to have to play sound up front, maintain their gaps.
Elijah Cunningham heads wide out to the right side. Receiver in the slot, looking to throw. Dom Moreno throws it down the far sideline. The pass is overthrown, a little bit too high for the tight end. Xavier Nelson was wide open down the sideline, and just a little bit too high for him to reel in. And he stands 6'4", and he tried to jump, and it was still a little bit too high for him.
Really fortunate right there. He didn't catch that ball because, like you said, he was wide open there. Blown coverage by the DBs of Emporia State.
Makes it 3rd down and 2 for the Griffins. Ball spotted just shy of the 35-yard or 25-yard line. Here's a running play to Shamar Griffith. He'll get the first down as he carries it up to the 29-yard line for a gain of 4 yards on the play.
Another outside run. They're going right back to what worked in the first half. They pulled both guards there and really just washed down the front side play, or the front side of that defense. Nice job by Roscoe Gatewood making that tackle.
1st and 10 for the Griffins from their own 29-yard line. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Griffith, the running back, now in motion goes Broughton. Running play straight ahead. Griffith bounces off 1, 2, 3 tackles and finally goes down after he carries it across the 35 and goes down at the 37-yard line for a gain of 8.
Initially, there was 3 guys at the line of scrimmage who could have made that tackle there, but nice job by the running back eluding those tacklers. It's just missed tackles. The defense is going to have to do a better job at tackling.
Ussery wide out to the right side, along with Mack. Single receiver to the left. On for 2nd down on the quarterback keeper, Dom Marino. He fakes the pick, and he's down the sideline, or down the numbers. He carries it into Emporia State territory and finally gets tackled at the Emporia State 33-yard line. Make it to 34.
Simple option play right there. Hey, you're going to have someone who's on the quarterback and the running back right there. Logan Thompson, who's trying to cover both guys, couldn't decide on who to go, and the quarterback really just faked him out there for the big play.
29-yard gain. Now a running play straight ahead, and before he even gets touched, he gains almost 5 yards, does Shamar Griffith, as he goes down at the 29-yard line of Emporia State, making it 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain.
This offensive line is doing a nice job of creating holes for the running back on the outside and on the inside. The defense is going to have to do a better job of maintaining good gap integrity and making those plays.
12-14 to go here in the third quarter, 17-10, Missouri Western with the lead. Here's another running play to Griffith up the middle, and he slides past one defender and getting a hand on him and making sure he goes down, but it still didn't keep him from picking up a first down. Gabe Cleveland making the tackle, but after he hit him, Griffith still picked up a couple of extra yards. 1st and 10 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 23-yard line. Hornet football brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. On the option, Marino faked the pitch. He's going to keep the ball. He's across the 15 and then carries it down to the 13-yard line. Gary Woods making the tackle, and Gary went for the fake.
It's the same play, and they played it the exact same way like Logan Thompson did, and the quarterback faked him out.
The problem is there's nobody there to take the pitch man. There should be somebody there for the pitch man and for the quarterback, but there's only one guy there.
That safety should come down and help with that running back, and then the outside linebacker should take the quarterback. That's how you stop the option.
On 1st down and 10, another running play to Griffith. He weaves his way across the 5, and he's going to take it in, touchdown. He made that one look real easy. A 13-yard touchdown run, penalty marker on the play right at the 1-yard line. And it's going to be holding on Missouri Western. It'll come right at the 1-yard line, so it'll be a first down. The touchdown will be wiped off, but they'll mark off the penalty from the 1, and that'll move it back to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 11 for Missouri Western. They call that on the tight end, Xavier Nelson.
Hornets are fortunate there that they called that. I mean, because he really just weaved his way through that defense. A missed tackle by Gabe at the line of scrimmage.
It looked like there were just poles set up out there, and he was just running through the poles. 1st and goal from the 11 for the Griffins, out of the pistol. Marino, behind him is Griffith. Now Griffith lines up to his left. Now in motion goes Mack to the left. Running play, Griffith straight ahead. He runs right into Logan Thompson and goes down at the 10. They might lean him forward to the 9. Well, they marked it off from the 1, but they didn't they reran it first down. I thought maybe they would give him the first down but not the case. So it's 2nd down and 6 for the Griffins from the 10-yard line, so they can still pick up a first down. Marino hands it off. Griffith, and he gets upended by Gabe Cleveland, who blew up that play big time.
Hey, that's one of the best things about Gabe Cleveland. He may miss a tackle one play, but he comes back and he makes that tackle there every single time. We've seen it throughout the season. Nice job by Gabe, the leader of the defense, delivering a big hit.
And a loss back to the 11 makes it 3rd down and 7 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 11-yard line. They'll bring Derek Gray in at running back. They'll send 2 receivers off to the right side, Mack and Ussery. Single receiver to the far side, Broughton. Marino looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. He's being chased. Gabe Cleveland gets him. He tackles him for a loss all the way back at the 24-yard line. And Gabe came busting through, and he ran him down like he was chasing somebody.
They haven't had pressure on the quarterback all game there. They sent the blitz, and Gabe Cleveland finishing out the play there with the quarterback sack. Nice job by Gabe.
The Griffins will attempt a field goal here. This will be a 31 or 39-yard field goal try from the far hash. Earlier, Tyler Bausch kicked a 43-yard field goal. Again, no breeze at all. Out of the hold of Dom Marino. Snap is back, and it's up.
Almost got there.
Almost got it, but the field goal attempt is good, and the Griffins take a 20-10 lead on Emporia State with 9:06 to play here in the third quarter as the Griffins put together a long drive. 13 plays, 62 yards, 5:49 off the clock. With a timeout on the field, let's pause. Hornet football brought to you by PT Associates. Like ESU football is committed to excellence, PT Associates of Emporia, 12th and Industrial, is as well, where hard work pays off. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
Here's Brad from Bunge North America.
Bunge North America is part of a worldwide company. We operate a global network of facilities, including grain elevators, oilseed processing plants, and much more. We purchase grains and oilseeds and store, process, sell, and transport raw commodities to customers in both domestic and export markets. One of our commitments is to ensure food security for a growing population and do that in a sustainable way. Our plant in Emporia is a small but important part of our global effort. Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain.
Mackenzie Pest Control has been helping folks solve their toughest pest problems for over 50 years. The methods and techniques have changed over the years, but their commitment to quality and customer service hasn't. When you find yourself needing professional service, call Mackenzie Pest Control, serving communities throughout East Central Kansas. Mackenzie Pest Control. Pest free, the best it can be.
Mackenzie Pest Free, the best it can be.
Your home for Hornet Sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Back at Welch Stadium, along with Kenneth Sellers, Ron Thomas, Greg Ray. Here's the kick from Missouri Western and the return from Mo Williams out to the 30-yard line. And Emporia State will start the drive, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line, their first possession of the second half. Hornet football being brought to you by Clint Boyer Autoplex, Emporia's destination for new Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Dodge pre-owned vehicles and service. Find them online at clintboyerauto.com. Braxton Marstall, the quarterback. Landon Alt, the running back. Twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Braxton to throw. Unloads. Far sideline. Caught for a first down, then some. Getting out of bounds, Lewis Daly. As Lewis Daly carries it out to the 45-yard line for a gain of 15 yards, but there's a penalty marker on the play. Back of the 35-yard line. They're going to call pass interference on Emporia State. They call it on Lewis Daly. He must have shoved off. And that's why he was so wide open.
Yep, that cornerback was at least 5 yards down the field, almost falling when he made that catch. So
that'll move, instead of a first down at the 45-yard line, it'll be first down back at the 15-yard line. So 1st and 25 for Emporia State. Braxton looks at the defense, linebacker sneaking up. No rush, only 3. Sideline pass caught by Justin Brown. Gets a nice little block from Danzel Strong. Allows him to pick up a couple extra yards up to the 22-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 17 for Emporia State after the gain of 8. Braxton takes a snap, play action, sets up. He's going deep down the far sideline. He's got a man open, and the pass is off the chest of the intended receiver. Lewis Daly, who had a step on the defender, and if he hauls that in, that's a big play.
Absolutely. I mean, good man-to-man coverage there by the DB. Really didn't even play the ball, played the receiver there. As soon as he put his arms out, he could kind of wrapped his arms around the receiver there to make that tackle and knock the ball out.
Makes it 3rd and 17 for Emporia State.
Western's going with 4 down. Really gave Emporia State a lot of fits to close out the first half.
Braxton changing the play. Play clock down to 6. Takes the snap. Hornets pick up the blitz. They go down the near sideline, and Mo Williams, the intended receiver, overthrown. And it's an incomplete pass, and Emporia State will have to punt the ball away. And a penalty takes the mojo away from Emporia State. An offensive pass interference penalty snuffs out a drive, and the Hornets have to punt the ball away.
It's really Emporia State has been its own worst enemy on offense.
Yes, it has.
Mental mistakes have caused this offense to slow down.
As Justin Marche will punt the ball away for Emporia State. Good snap, no pressure. Punts it away. It's an end-over-end kick. Western will try to set up the punt, and the ball gets knocked free. And the Hornets come up with it, I believe. They do! Missouri Western didn't call for the fair catch. It went off the hands of the return guy. It gets hit as the ball gets there, and it squirts free, and Emporia State comes up with a football. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Griffin 31-yard line.
That's a nice job there by, I think, Dylan Lohr made that tackle when the receiver caught that ball. really forced that ball out, and then nice job by the special team or coverage getting that ball out.
Yeah, it was who knocked it free. It was actually Brett Davenport. And Dylan Lohr recovered it. And Emporia State will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Griffin 31-yard line.
They have to come away with points here.
Out of the pistol with Landon Nolt behind him. Braxton will call the signal. Takes the snap, running play. They go on the reverse. They flip it back to Braxton. He's throwing the ball down the far sideline. It's wide open. It's caught by Denzel Strong. And does he get it in? Touchdown, Emporia State.
That's what you need to do when your offense is stalling out. Some type of play to get this offense going. They went with the double reverse pass. They ran it earlier this season. It was wide open. They ran it this time again, and same result.
And Coach Garrett Higgins showed me that on his computer earlier this week. He said, don't be surprised if we see it. And we do there. And that is covering some real estate, a 31-yard touchdown pass. And if you're thinking of buying or selling your home, call Jeff Deb or Bree Williams of Eck Real Estate at 341-SOLD. That's 341-7653. Well, you said they needed to score, and they didn't waste any time.
Right.
And that's what they needed to do. Here's the extra point attempt from Austin Morton. He puts it through the upright, and that makes it 20-17. Missouri Western with the lead with 7:41 to play in the third quarter. So Emporia State capitalizing after forcing a muffed punt return, and they go 31 yards in one play, a 31-yard scoring pass from Braxton Marstall to Denzel Strong, and Emporia State is back in it.
Yeah, it's a nice job there. Hopefully now that they scored this touchdown, breathes new life into this team. Hopefully the defense can get something going here, and they can finally start getting on track.
Hornet football being brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. Your authorized firm for the Centricon Colony Elimination System. Call them at 342-4222. Now that's just what the doctor ordered for Emporia State, as they were able to get a turnover and take advantage of it. Let's go down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, I tell you what, the attitude on the sideline has totally turned around, and that's something the Emporia State needed, because the recipe for success was to, stop Missouri Western, out of the locker room into the third quarter, which is exactly what did not happen, because Missouri Western drove it right down, using the ground game as their friend again. Luckily did not score that touchdown, but held them to a field goal, and then Emporia State, boy, their own worst enemy with the penalty, had to punt, but a big turnaround, and that could be the key play of this game, that fumble recovery, guys.
Let's hope it is. Our sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln, and Nissan. Sales, parts, and service since 1963. As Justin Marche will tee it up to kick this ball away, as Shamar Griffith stands at the goal line to return this kick. They also have two upbacks at the 15-yard line. Here's the approach and the kick. It'll be a short kick. It'll be fielded at the 10-yard line. Up to the 15, the 20, to the far sideline, and out of bounds before he can get to the 25-yard line. And I believe on the return for Missouri Western was Brock Broughton. And the Emporia State kick coverage team does a nice job not allowing a great return. And the Griffins will start actually at their own 22-yard line. 7:37 to play here in the third quarter, 2017. Griffins of Missouri Western with the lead as they take over the football. See if the Hornet defense can maybe come up with a couple of stops before they get across midfield.
Absolutely. Got to stop the outside running game.
In motion goes Mack. Keeping the ball is Dom Moreno trying to get to the outside. Does get to the outside. Across the 30, and then he gets ushered out of bounds at the 35-yard line. He'll have the first down and a gain on the play of 13 yards.
You have to be able to force those outside runs back into the defense to make that tackle. Right there, they really just walled everything off, and the quarterback was able to get outside. Can't let that happen.
And Dom Moreno is having a heck of an afternoon, as he now has rushed for 90 yards on 13 carries. Moreno, long count. Brings the receiver now in motion. Takes the snap, running play straight. No, he's going to keep the ball himself. And he cuts it back inside. and he's going to pick up another 15 yards as he goes down to midfield. And Emporia State not doing a real good job of reading the option.
Absolutely.
Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, that time Marino basically had no one on him. All the pitch guys, and he had a couple of options out there, were covered by Emporia State, but Marino had plenty of opportunities just to tuck that thing in and run, and that's what he did.
As he moves the ball to the 49-yard line of Emporia State, it'll be first down for the Griffins. Jarrett Strode now in a safety spot along with Asher Goldston. Here come the Hornets on the blitz. And penalty marker comes out on the carry. Straight ahead, Derek Gray. Gray gets stopped at the 50-yard line. There are a host of black jerseys around him. And we may have a holding penalty on Missouri Western, and that will be the case. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Griffins. That'll be replay first down as that moves the ball back to the 39-yard line of Missouri Western, making it first down and 20 for the Griffins. Clock rolling, 6:26 to play here in the third quarter, 20-17. Missouri Western with the lead. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, looking to throw. Marino has some time, pumps. Now he's being chased. He's trying to run the ball, and he goes down at the 45-yard line. He'll gain about 6 yards, but it'll bring up second down and 14 for the Griffins. They give him actually forward progress to the 46-yard line, so it's second down and 13.
Trayvon Amons had his chance at getting the sack. He was matched up with the running back there, but the quarterback eluded him. He's going to have to lay out sometimes. So they're going to have to get pressure on the quarterback with only 4 down.
On second down, Marino again out of the shotgun, running back to his left. That's Gray. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Sets up. He's going deep down the field. The pass is going to be way overthrown as Daiwan Ussery was the intended receiver, and step-for-step coverage provided across the way. I can't read the number from here.
Kellen Gordon.
Kellen Gordon had the coverage, and it brings up third down and 14 for the Griffins. Third down and 13, excuse me, from the Griffin 46-yard line. Empty backfield for Moreno. He's dangerous in this formation and running the ball.
Got to keep him in the pocket.
Moreno looking to throw, has time. Now here comes the pressure. He throws the ball. The pass is going to be incomplete. And penalty marker comes out late. The tight end, Austin Brow, was the intended receiver, and he slipped. But they're going to get interference on Emporia State. That's whoa. They call the interference penalty on Jarrett Strode, and I think that was, I'd like to see that play again because it looked like the receiver just slipped.
Yeah.
And there's not much Jarrett could have done there.
Really bang play there. I really shouldn't have called that.
But the Griffins will have a first down at the Emporia State 39-yard line after the 15-yard penalty.
Look for Emporia State to bring the blitz here.
Marino out of the shotgun. Now he'll bring Mack in motion. Fakes the handoff, running play. And on the carry is Derek Gray. Carries it down to the 35-yard line. And there's some intense discussion going on between Gabe Cleveland and Don Marino. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, they picked up 5 yards, but the running back on that play was introduced to Logan Thompson. I'll tell you what, one thing Logan can do, he brings a lick. When he hits you, you know it. And he laid the lumber on the Western running back that time.
Gain of 4, and Logan Thompson, but made the hit, but staying in is Derek Gray at running back. Another running play. This time Gray goes nowhere. Is grabbing a hold of him. Donovan Walker makes the tackle for a loss. All the way back to the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Missouri Western.
Donovan Walker did a nice job of beating the center on that play and was really able to swallow up the running back. Really haven't heard Donovan's name that much these past few weeks. Nice job of him to make that play.
Hornets going with 3 down linemen. They bring a couple of extra linebackers and defensive backs in. The Griffins will have 2 wide out to the right, single receiver to the left.
Going to have to play good coverage here.
Moreno looking to throw, drops back, sets up, has time. He's throwing it underneath. It's thrown behind the intended receiver, Elijah Cunningham. Incomplete pass. And they'll bring up 4th down for the Griffins, and they'll bring out the field goal team. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Fort sideline update.
Yeah, Marino's not the passer, even though his last name's Marino. He's the running quarterback of the bunch. But that time, you know what the definition of touch is? That wasn't it.
That's for sure.
I mean, that receiver was 5 yards away from it. He threw a bullet in there.
Griffins are going to punt it. They won't try a field goal here. It'll be a punt. It would have been a long field goal.
Really going to try and pin him deep here.
Now, as a hanging high in the air, fair catch called for, made at the 10-yard line, making the catch for Emporia State, Jordan Reed. And the Hornets will have the ball with 3:41 to play third quarter, trailing 20-17 to the Griffins of Missouri Western, as Emporia State defense does hang on. As we will get a timeout. Let's take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau at 719 Commercial in the Trussler Business Center. Let them help you with weddings, reunions, and special event planning. See a complete list of event venues online at visitemporia.com or pick up a copy of the Emporia Visitor's Guide. Don't forget to ask for complimentary visitor packets when guests come to visit. The Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau at 719 Commercial in the Trussler Business Center.
Whether you want a fuel-efficient Toyota, a rugged Jeep, or the Ram Motor Trend Truck of the Year, they've got it at Clempoyer Autoplex. They've also got an incredible supply of pre-owned vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs that have passed their stringent safety and quality inspections. They also serve all makes and models of vehicles in their service department. They're open 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays for your convenience. Visit Clempoyer Autoplex on West Highway 50 under the big American flag or online clempoyerauto.com. And go Hornets!
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Back at Welch Stadium, on first down, running play, Landon Nolt straight ahead from the 11-yard line, carries it up to the 15-yard line. 3:32 clock running here in the third quarter, 2017, Missouri Western with the lead, Emporia State with the football. Braxton Marstall looking to the sideline. He'll have twin receivers out to the left side, single receiver to the right side. Now in motion comes Jordan Jackson from left to right. Fakes the handoff. Throws it. Pass is going to be batted away, intended for Justin Brown. And nice defensive play that time by Sam Webb. As he reached around and knocked it down before the pass got to Justin Brown. If Justin Brown catches that could be off to the races.
Yep. Man-to-man coverage there. Wish Braxton would have kind of led the receiver a little bit, let him stick his arms out and make that catch.
Makes it 3rd down and 5 for Emporia State. Braxton to throw, has time, sets up. He's going downfield deep, and he's going to get we're going to get interference from Missouri Western. Justin Brown, the intended receiver, and Jonathan Owens will be the guilty party. And that interference taking place at the 36-yard line. And it'll be pass interference on Missouri Western. And they'll mark it off from the previous spot, which was the 15, so that would put it at the 30. So that's almost where the infraction occurred. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, that double barrel flag right there, the linesman and the back judge both heaved the yellow hanky on that one, Greg.
There was no doubt about that one, as Emporia State gets the benefit of the call there. 1st and 10 for Emporia State from their own 30-yard line. Braxton with 3 wide to the left this time. Has some time, looks to the far sideline. The pass is going to be caught, and then getting out of bounds after making the catch at the 33-yard line. That'll be Jordan Reed, but only a gain of 3 on the play, making it 2nd down and 7. like a short running play.
Right.
But he does get out of bounds, stopping the clock now rolling. Out of the backfield, Landon Knowlton motion to the left, or to the right side, excuse me. Braxton to throw, three-man rush for Western, now being flushed from the pocket. Now he sets up, he throws it. He had a receiver crossing the middle. That was Jalen Riddell, and he leads him a little bit too much. Pass falls incomplete. And Missouri Western's Darian Bass may be thinking he was held.
Yep, he wanted the flag, and the referee looked like he was about to throw it, but then put it away.
So it makes it 3rd down and 7 for Emporia State. Clock stop with 2:33 to play here in the third quarter, 20-17, Missouri Western. Braxton with time to throw. Sets up. He's going deep downfield. He has Mo Wims. He's got just a half step too slow for Mo because he was wide open. He had a step on the defender. He catches it at 6. It'll bring up 4th down for Emporia State. Let's go back down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
You know, these were plays last year that those were connected on. You know,
yes.
Braxton just overthrew him a little bit, and that's happened quite a bit this year. Just off at key times to make these big plays. Didn't take much. You don't have to be off by much, but those were plays last year, Greg, that this team made.
And you kind of want to see if that injury was the reason. You know, he could have laid out for that throw. Maybe that injury was the reason why he wouldn't lay out for it.
Here's the punt from Justin Marche, and the punt's fielded at the 10-yard line. Is going back to catch it over his shoulder, Brandon Dandridge, and then he returns it out to the 10-yard or 15-yard line, and that's where Missouri Western will have the ball to start this drive. What a great punt by Justin Marche, as the ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line. 2:16 to go here in the third quarter. Western leading 20-17. Hornet football being brought to you by Farm and Home Real Estate. Make your dream of owning your own home a reality. Call the professionals at Farm and Home Real Estate in downtown Emporia. Call them at 342-0022. Well, the Hornet defense needs to step up here again. See if they can't come up with another stop. Give the ball back to the offense. Hornets only trailing 20-17. Don Marino, the quarterback, takes the snap. Play action, looking to throw, throws the ball, and it's going to be incomplete. He was looking to throw it to Daiwan Ussery, and he was looking to block, and the ball landed about 10 feet behind him.
Yeah, that's a nice job there by Logan Powell, the defensive end. Saw that the quarterback was going to throw it, didn't know he was going to make that sack, put his hands up, and that quarterback moved out of the pocket. So that was a nice job there, affecting, the timing of the quarterback.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for Missouri Western. The ball at their own 17-yard line. Marino option, this time to the left, options it back.
How do you?
And the option goes back to, I think it's Griffith. That is the case. He gets ushered out of bounds, and they mark him out of bounds at the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 3 yards to go.
It looked like they initially played the option really well. They took the pitch man away. Someone needed to take the quarterback away, but they didn't do that. But the pitch man got back into the play, and he was able to pitch it off. Got to keep the pitch man out and rely only on the quarterback.
See if the Hornet defense can make the stop here on 3rd down. Marino on the handoff, and then Hornets will stop the play for no gain. A host of black jerseys all over that play. And Gary Woods in on the tackle, also in on the stop for Emporia State from his down lineman spot, Trayvon Amons, and the Hornet defense holds.
It's hard for 9 to 10 guys to miss a tackle, but that's a nice job. Swarm defense there. That's going to have to be the mantra for the rest of the game here. The defense is going to have to swarm around the football.
Jordan Reed deep to receive this punt for Emporia State. Sets up at his own 35-yard line. The punt from Luke Thies will come where he stands at the 10. Gets it away. Good punt. Fair catch called for by Jordan Reed, and makes the fair catch at the 38-yard line. And Emporia State will have really good field position with 54 seconds to play here in the third quarter, trailing 20-17. Hornet football being brought to you by IHOP. IHOP wants you to think of their table as your family table. Eat up every moment with your family and friends. Let IHOP do the cooking. Well, now Emporia State with a little momentum from their defense. Let's see if the offense can take advantage of it. The second half has turned into a defensive battle. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Emporia State will put the ball in play their side of the 50. Braxton with Kai Cowens in the backfield with him. He'll shift to the right side of Braxton. Snap back to Braxton, has some time, sets up, throws a near sideline. Pass is going to be caught. Nice catch made at midfield. Running a down and out for Emporia State, Justin Brown, and he'll pick up the first down for the Hornets.
Man-to-man coverage again. That's what they're going to get the rest of the game. Some of these other receivers are going to have to step up. It can't be Justin Brown for the rest of the game. They're going to have to get open and make some plays here.
On first down from the 50-yard line, now out of the pistol with Kai Cowens behind Braxton Marstall. Hand off to Kai. Finds a hole off the right side, and he carries it across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards for Kai Cowens.
Yeah, a little power football there. The left guard, Dylan Hall, came and made a nice block on the linebacker, and Kai Cowens made that play. Nice job.
Getting out of the pistol with twin receivers off to the left side. Brown along with Harris, single receiver to the far side. Again, play action for Braxton. Has time, sets up. He's going deep downfield. He has Tyler Harris open, but Tyler can't get there quick enough. He may have stumbled a little bit heading down the sideline. Then he tried to reach out and make a one-handed catch, and that wasn't going to happen.
Kind of want to see these guys die for these footballs. I mean, it's an effort thing. Something.
And that'll bring it in to the third quarter of play. We're going to the fourth quarter with Emporia State trailing 20-17 to the Griffins. Hornet football brought to you by Evco Wholesale Food Corporation, Kansas' largest family-owned and operated food service distributor. Support Kansas business. Evco Wholesale Foods, the Kansas distributor of choice. We'll be back with a fourth quarter right after this timeout. This is Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
Call the Top Guns, the masters of disaster, when creepy, crawly critters show up on the scene.
For over 50 years, Mackenzie Pest Control has offered quality service to all of East Central Kansas. With a knowledgeable staff and hometown service, let Mackenzie Pest Control make your home or business pest-free, the best it can be. Call Mackenzie Pest Control, professionals you can depend on.
Mackenzie Pest Free, the best it can be.
Here's Jesse for Bungie North America.
At Bungie, we have 5 core values that reflect who we are and what we do. They ensure the effectiveness of our integrative and decentralized approach and help us achieve our purpose of improving the global agribusiness and food chain. Those values are integrity, teamwork, citizenship, entrepreneurship, and openness and trust. The bottom line is we are open to other ideas and opinions, and we trust our colleagues. Bungie North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
15 minutes left to play in this game. 20-17, Missouri Western with the lead. Emporia State facing 3rd and 5. The ball at the Missouri Western 45-yard line. Emporia State now moving from left to right or from north to south. Hornets on 3rd down in this football game. Now 2 of 10. Not very good on 3rd down.
Not at all. 20%, isn't it?
Yes.
Really bad.
Yeah, really bad. Braxton looking to the sideline. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. And it looks like Denzel Strong in the backfield with him to offer some blocking opportunities. A little swing pass out to the far side. It's going to be caught for a first down as they'll give the forward progress on the reception to the just across the 40-yard line, across the way, making the catch for Emporia State. That is, again, Justin Brown. He has become the receiver of choice.
Well, he's the only one that seems to be able to get off man coverage.
On first down, Braxton looking to throw. Now he's going to run the ball, and he goes nowhere. He gets hit as he tries to run the ball, and spying him the whole way, making sure it didn't take off, Tyrell Robinson, junior linebacker, and a loss of 1.5 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's got to be something that Braxton realizes here and kind of throw that ball away. Or Justin Brown, who was coming over the middle of the field, could have threw that to Justin there for a nice gain.
On 2nd down and 11, Braxton to throw. 3-man rush, throws a near sideline. This one's caught by Lewis Daly. Can't break it through a tackle, and they'll mark his forward progress at the 45-yard line, so that'll be a gain of 5. but it'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Emporia State. Another 3rd down play for the Hornets. And if I'm Emporia State, I just try to get the first downs from here on out.
Right.
Keep the drive going. Braxton on 3rd down. Takes the snap, has time, sets up, throws it near sideline, caught for the first down, making the catch is Lewis Day. Oh, he's going to be short, just a little short maybe. They're going to mark it just shy of the 29-yard line. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. The official on the line judge to this side says it is a first down. They only get the fair spot, so the Hornets keep the drive moving. Looked like he might have been a little bit short, but the Hornets get the first down. Braxton to throw on 1st and 10, has some time, sets up over the middle. Pass is going to be maybe hit as he gets knocked to the turf as he throws the pass. And it was intended for Justin Brown. He was open, but the pass didn't get there. Let's get down to Ron Thomas on the John North Ford sideline.
The reason he didn't get there is because Lucky Braxton's able to get back on his feet. He was leveled from his blind side with his arm up in the air, and he was hit hard. That's why it kind of fluttered like a duck out there.
No, that's Braxton's fault right there. I mean, it's a slide to the left. Everyone's sliding to the left. That free man is Braxton's man, so he should have saw that he was coming and checked it down to a quick hot route.
Braxton on 2nd and 10, has time this time. Throws it to the far sideline. Pass caught by Mo Williams. Slips a tackle. He's still on his feet, the 20, and he's taken down at near the 17-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 15. Nice catch that time by Mo Williams, and that puts Emporia State in the Lyon County State Bank red zone. Bank anywhere with Lyon County State Bank's mobile app. Transfer funds and deposit checks without stepping foot in the bank. Member FDIC. Here's a running play. Kai Cowens to the left, and he carries it down to near the 11-yard line. They'll mark him at the 12.
It's a nice run there. They washed everything down, didn't have nowhere to go, so Kai cut it outside. Wish he would have got a little bit north and south there. Could have got a little extra yardage.
On 2nd down, Braxton to throw over the middle. Pass is going to be broken up. Penalty marker on the play. Justin Brown in the end zone was the intended receiver, and I think they're going to call interference on Missouri Western.
Yeah.
Coverage was provided by Jabbar Miles.
That DB had his arms wrapped all around Justin.
And that will put the ball right at the 2-yard line. And Landon Nolt will check in to replace Kai Cowens. So it is an interference penalty on Missouri Western, and that will put the ball at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for Emporia State. Denzel Strong, Landon Nolt, and Braxton Marshall says, let's hurry up, let's get the play in. And now they'll bring in
Tyler Banta, number 79.
Giving them a little extra blocking power. Braxton out of the shotgun, brings Mo Williams in motion off to the left side. Now he goes back to the right. Snap back to Braxton, rolling to his left. Looks to throw, throws it to the end zone, throws it away. Gets hit as he throws it as the pressure was coming from Justin Lovelace. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to go with a sprint out there. John Denton, who was on the left side of the line of scrimmage there, lined up as the tackle. They went unbalanced there and really just got destroyed there by the defensive end. He was able to apply that pressure.
2nd and goal, running play straight ahead. Landon Nolt puts his shoulders down. He plows in. Touchdown, Emporia State. Landon Nolt powers his way into the end zone. And Emporia State retakes the lead with 12:47 to play in the game.
A little unbalanced power football right there. They pulled I think he lined up as a tackle. Number 79, Tyler Banta came in. He's really come on pretty strong here and delivered 2 nice blocks down in the goal line.
As Emporia State puts together an impressive drive to recapture the lead. 12 plays, 62 yards, 3:07 off the clock. On to attach the extra point is Austin Morton out of the hold of Braxton Marstall. Reed Buckingham to snap it back. Placement down, the kick is blocked. He didn't get it up, it's loose, but Emporia State covers it.
Got to get that ball up in the air. Can't let those guys in the middle block that football.
23-20, Emporia State with a lead with 12:47 to play in this football game. And we'll get a timeout on the field.
Now it's interesting.
As the Hornets have the lead. Hornet football brought to you by Planet Sub. Oven-baked goodness served fresh just the way you like it. Join us for your next meal at Planet Sub across from Walmart. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
Are you a high school student trying to wade through the many college choices? At Emporia State University, we know you have a lot of choices in your higher education. We have over 65 majors, minors, and concentrations to choose from, along with more than 130 student organizations you can join. Couple that with a vibrant, active downtown, Emporia State is the place to be. Check us out at iamahornet.com and schedule your campus visit today.
Only IHOP can take the latte flavors you love and put them in a pancake. New Latte Lovers Pancakes. Hot off the griddle and starting at just $4.99. There's espresso mocha cream, topped with chocolate-covered espresso beans, salted caramel java with coffee-infused butter, double vanilla with vanilla cream, and a scoop of ice cream. And everyone's favorite, pumpkin spice made with real pumpkin. New Latte Lovers Pancakes starting at just $4.99 for a limited time. IHOP, 2831 West 18th in Emporia.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
23-20 Emporia State with the lead. Here's the kick from Justin Marche. It'll be returned from the 5 up to the 15, the 20, and that's as far as Shamar Griffith will get, as Emporia State with another good kick coverage play, not allowing a big return for the Griffins, and Emporia State will send their defense out and see if they can't come up with another stop here. As the Griffins will take over, 1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line, 12:31 to play in the game. Emporia State leading since early in this ball game. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right for Dom Marino. In the backfield with him is Griffith. Long snap count. Now he brings Kellen Mack in motion. And,
come on,
you got to make the tackle. And Dom Marino gets hit in the backfield. I'm not sure who Logan Powell almost clotheslined him.
Yes.
And he does pick up a yard, does Dom Marino, as he gets upended after a 1-yard gain, but that could have been blown up for a big loss.
And that's where you tell your guys that, hey, don't go for the big hit. Go for the actual tackle, wrap up. Logan Powell came in there, made a nice play, but really just tried to end the quarterback there and not make the tackle.
On 2nd down, option to the left side, keeping the ball. Now they pitch it back, and some blocking downfield, and Shamar Griffith will get the ball up the field, and they'll mark him out of bounds up at the 34-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Missouri Western. Another big play on the option. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, the other quarterback, but Gary Woods, the safety, got sucked in, and that's allowed the running back to get the pitch and get outside and pick up that 1st down.
Now, this is going to be some valuable teaching tape for the defense.
Absolutely.
When it comes to defending the option. On 1st down, here's a handoff. Slipping a tackle will be Mack. He breaks it up the middle, and he's crossed the 40. He could have been tackled for another loss, but he broke through the tackle, and we have a Hornet that's a little slow to get up. It looks like a defensive lineman who's going kind of favoring his knee, and that appears to be Merrick Thompson. And that'll bring an injury timeout. With 11:12 to play here, the clock is rolling. Now they'll stop the clock. As clock now showing 11 minutes, 10 seconds to play, with Emporia State leading 23-20. As they check out Merrick Thompson, we'll check out the scoreboard as we take a look at what's going on in the MIAA. Some finals in. It was Central Missouri all over Northeastern State, 52-24. Pardon me. Central Oklahoma over Washburn, 27-10.
Wow.
Fort Hays State remains undefeated.
They beat
Northwest Missouri State 13-12.
MIAA champions too.
Yep, that makes them the MIAA champions. Lindenwood all over Missouri Western or Southern 37-17. That game in the 4th quarter, 10 minutes to go. Pittsburgh State leading Kearney 35-13. That's with 5 minutes to play in that contest as the Emporia State athletic training staff continues to work on Merrick Thompson. And Merrick Thompson, a youngster on the defensive line, only a sophomore out of Osceola, Missouri, had 20 total tackles coming into this game. Also had 3.5 tackles for a loss. And Mark he's going to be a big part of that defensive front here in the next couple of years.
Absolutely. I mean, if they can get someone that can complement him very well, I think this defense should cause a lot of fits.
Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
And I think we have to mention, Greg, that on the opposition sideline, the offensive coordinator of this Missouri Western team, a longtime favorite of all of ours, former Emporia State wide receiver, and a great one he was, Greg, Chet Poblish.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit with Chet a little bit earlier, and he said things are going good for him, and it seems to be a good fit for him at Missouri Western. We wish him well on every day except for today.
Yeah. He's a great guy, though, and he's a great receiver here.
Yes, he was.
State.
Had a lot of outstanding games, part of a great group of players under the direction of Manny Matsakis, also along with Brian Shea was in that group. That was some high-powered offense. 2nd down and 1 for the Griffins from their own 43-yard line. Looking to throw Marino. He sets up. He's got his tight end wide open. 40, 30, 25, down to the 22-yard line. As Xavier Nelson this time, he holds in the pass as the pass was on target.
Absolutely. They ran that play again earlier in the second half, and he overshot the tight end there. Right there, he threw it right on target, and he was wide open again. Another blown coverage by the defensive backfield. They're going to have to shore up that.
A 35-yard gain for the Griffins. Well, that puts your defense with its back against the wall now as Marino works out of the shotgun. With him in the backfield, Griffith. Now he brings Broughton into motion. Sets him up in the slot. Now he shuffles out to the right side. Option play to the left side. Griffith gets caught from behind, and he'll gain maybe a yard. Nice job by Gabe Cleveland to catch him from behind. Also helping out defensively for Emporia State from his down lineman spot, Logan Powell.
Nice job there by Gabe chasing it down from the back, but Logan Powell setting the edge there, not giving the edge to the running back and really forcing it back in. That's how you're going to have to play those outside runs. You have to force it back to the teeth of your defense and then make the tackle.
2nd down, and we'll call it 9 for the Griffins from the 21-yard line. Now Griffith shifts from the right side to the left side. They bring a receiver in motion. Now it's a quarterback keeper straight ahead. Don Marino gets upended, but not until he picks up the first down coming up to make the play. And we got another injury, an ankle injury. I believe that's A.J. West who came up to make the tackle, and he's injured.
Yeah, A.J. West been dealing with some ankle injuries all season long. But hey, they went with the option off the jet sweep. It was wide open in the middle there. The offensive line blocked it up really nice.
And once again, the training staff working on an injured Emporia State Hornet. We haven't said that a lot this year. The Hornets have, at least in game situations, been able to avoid a lot of injuries. But here this afternoon, especially here in the last couple of minutes, I've seen a couple of players go down. 9:41 to play in this game. 23-20, Emporia State with the lead over Missouri Western. Gives us a chance to let you know that Hornet football brought to you by the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let them assist you with meetings, conventions, and special event planning. For free visitor materials, call 342-1600. We gave the MIAA scores earlier in the Big 12 this afternoon. It was Kansas State in overtime defeating Texas Tech 42-35. Baylor over Kansas 38-9. Third quarter score, West Virginia leading Iowa State 20-3. And it's Oklahoma leading Oklahoma State in the second quarter, 28-17. Later on tonight, Texas and TCU, as A.J. West is being assisted off the field. And A.J., a senior, and you hate to see the season end right here, but hopefully he'll be able to get back on the field. Been one of the mainstays for Emporia State.
Really providing nice coverage throughout his time here.
Yes. Well, the Griffins have the ball, facing 1st and 10. The ball at the Emporia State 11-yard line. See if the Hornet defense can make a big play here and keep the Griffins out of the end zone. Don Marino. Now will bring a receiver in motion. Now he'll hand it off to Griffith. Griffith running to the left, and he breaks a tackle, and then he gets stood up and driven down at the 5 for a gain of 6. But it looked like, again, they had him stopped for a short gain, and he avoids and slips through the tackle. But Shamar Griffith does end up gaining 6 yards, making it 2nd down and 4 for the Griffins. Ball is at the 5. And coming up with the defensive play for Emporia State. Didn't quite see who made that tackle.
I couldn't see either.
And we've got movement on the offensive line. And that'll be a 5-yard mark off, and that'll move it back to the 10-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the 10-yard line for the Griffins. And the Griffins at times have shot themselves in the foot. Let's see if Emporia State's defense can make them pay. The best and ideal would be not giving up any points, coming up with a turnover. Next best would be hold them to a field goal.
Right.
Marino out of the shotgun, brings his receiver in motion to the left side. Now handoff goes to Griffith. He gets bounced around. He carries it down to near the 7-yard line before he finally gets stopped. The bottom of that pile, Gabe Cleveland for Emporia State.
It's a nice job there. Parker Bass, the DN, forced it back inside. And like I said, that's how you're going to have to play these types of option-type plays. You're going to have to force it back inside to the defense and let those guys make the tackle for short gains.
3rd and 6 for the Griffins from the Emporia State 7-yard line. Marino out of the shotgun with Griffith to his left. They'll option it to the left side, keeping it Marino. Sidesteps one defender, and he's going to stumble down to the 1-yard line, and he's going to be stopped shy of the 1st down. He'll go down before he gets to the 1. That's where the stick was at. And they mark him shy of the 1st down mark. It'll be 4th down and 1 for the Griffins. And the officials, I think, are going to be asked to measure here. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Well, it's lucky he was tripped up, or that would have been 6 for the quarterback because he had some open space ahead of him, just couldn't keep his feet. You got a couple of 4 and 5 football teams here, guys, and I'm just assuming it looks like they are short, that Missouri Western would probably want to just say, what the heck, we're going to go for it. Let's try to get a win here.
As they'll stretch the chains, and they pull and he will be short of the 1st down by about a foot. So the Griffins will be facing 4th down and a foot, just shy of the 1-yard line. Let's see what the Griffins decide to do here.
Got to shore up.
Now, it looks like they're going to go for it. The Griffins are going to go for it here.
Got to shore up the middle of the defense here if they decide to go at you downhill. They did a nice job playing the option that previous play, but didn't have no one for the backside. They're going to have to play sound here and get some penetration at that offensive line.
4th down and a foot for the Griffins, just shy of the 1-yard line. They can pick up a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Marino. Long snap count, try to draw the Hornets offside. Play clock, still a lot of time. A receiver in motion. They'll run the dress sweep straight ahead. The ball gets into the end zone as Dom Marino dives in for the touchdown. Comes with 7:16 to play in the ball game, and the Griffins retake the lead at 26-23.
Yeah, Greg.
Let's go down to Ron Thomas real quick.
Tell you what, that quarterback dive off those pitches have worked each and every time. Marino just picks his spot, and he's yet to be stopped on that play this entire game. So solid call by Missouri Western, and quite frankly, guys, that was an easy touch for him.
Yes, it was. Our sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford Lincoln Nissan. Sales, parts, and service since 1963, and the extra point attempt is good. And the Missouri Western Griffins lead it now 27-23. And the Hornets need a touchdown to retake the lead. A field goal does not get the game tied. As we'll keep it here for the time being, as Emporia State and Missouri Western locked in a pretty good tussle this afternoon. Mm-hmm. And, you know, sometimes we get into these games and we kind of forget, you know, we're seeing some pretty good football teams going at each other. The records may not say that they're good, but these are, you know, two not too bad football teams that are going head-to-head. And granted, there are plays that both coaches would say their team needs to make.
Right.
But, you know, sometimes you credit the opposition. Sometimes you have to make some plays yourself. And as Ron mentioned, 2 4-5 teams and 2 teams that are 4-5. And if you go back and pick a couple of games, they could be above 500 right now.
Absolutely. If the ball would have bounced their way, we're easily looking at teams that are, could be bowl game bound and playoff bound. So, I mean, they're going to go for it. I think the defense is going to have to come up big here for the rest of the game, and the offense is going to have to get something going. I know they're wishing they would have had that extra point there, would have made it a three-point game. Could have gave some options later on if they needed it. I mean, they're going to have to go down and score here.
Hornet football being brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. Your authorized firm for the Centricon Colony Elimination System. Call them at 342-4222. As Dylan Lohr and Mo Williams are deep to receive this kick. As Missouri Western gets set to get things underway, they lead at 27-23. Here's the approach and the kick. It's going to be a short one, and it'll take a bounce, and Dylan Lohr finally scoops it up at the 18-yard line, looking for some running room. He's across the 25 up to the 27-yard line. So Emporia State will get the ball at the 27-yard line. If they would have gone into the end zone, they would have got it at the 25, so they gain a couple extra yards. 7:12 to play in the game. Still a lot of time in this football game.
Absolutely. Emporia State was so successful their last drive. They went with the short runs. They were getting a lot of pick plays that were helping with that man coverage, and they were running it when they needed to. They're going to have to go back to that. Those receivers are going to have to find a way to get off that press coverage without those picks if they want to be a little bit more successful.
Out of the shotgun, Braxton Marstall with him in the backfield. That's Tyler Harris. They toss it back to him on the toss sweep, and he only gets a yard. Missouri Western played that one well, and Emporia State really didn't execute it very well.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're going to run the option, you're going to have to force that end man to make a decision on who he wants. Right there, Braxton really didn't give him that option of taking him, and he played it both ways.
Now Landon Nold in at the running back spot. He goes in motion off to the left. Braxton to throw, being flushed from the pocket, rolling to his left, throws the ball down the field, and the pass is going to be incomplete as he throws it out of bounds. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Emporia State. Not the way they wanted to start this drive.
Nope, offensive line's going to have to be able to shore up those blocks. They're rushing, I think, 3 this time, and they have to be, or 4, excuse me. They have to be able to protect Braxton.
And they'll probably bring a couple linebackers here as well. No, just a 4-man rush, and Braxton has time, sets up, throws a near side, caught by Danzel Strong. He's across the 30. He will not get the first down as he goes down at the 33-yard line. It'll be 4 yards shy of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and 4 for Emporia State, and the Hornets have to send the punt team on. That first down, so key. You don't pick up good yardage on first down, then all of a sudden that puts you behind the 8 ball, and Emporia State unable to recover from that first down play.
Yeah, it changes the way you have to call plays. And
we have an injured Missouri Western Griffin on the field. 6:15 to play in this game, 27-23. Griffin's a Missouri Western with the lead on Emporia State. Hornets next week will be at home for their season finale, taking on Washburn. That'll be a 2 o'clock kick. It's also Veterans Day. It'll be Senior Day, and they'll also recognize the military. Since it is Veterans Day, those that are both active duty and also those who have served. As the injured Missouri Western Griffin is helped off the field, now Emporia State will send Justin Marche in to punt the ball away. Deep to receive the punt for Missouri Western is Jonathan Owens. He'll set up at his own 21-yard line. Justin stands back at his own 19. High snap, it's over his head. He'll scoop it up. They didn't have any pressure on. Now Justin kicks it away, sails it. Fair catch called for. It'll take a bounce, and it'll roll the Hornet way. It rolls across the 25 and down to the 20-yard line.
Hey,
boy, talk about dodging a bullet.
Justin Marche right there, my gosh. Usually a lot of punters get flustered in that situation and they try and make a play and try and run for it. He turned around and kicked it, got a nice bounce. So that was a nice job there by Justin Marche. High snap from the long snapper, Reed Buckingham. We usually don't see that.
No, that's a rarity in itself. And the Griffins will take over with 5:53 to play in the game. They lead at 27-23. They have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It's on the defense's back right now.
Defense is going to have to step up here to get the ball back to the offense.
Don Marino, the quarterback. He's joined in the backfield by Derek Gray. Twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Marino takes the snap option. He's going to keep the ball. He's going to run the ball, and he gets up to the 20-yard line, and that's it. Donovan Walker making the tackle for Emporia State. No gain on the play.
Nice job by Logan Thompson. Forced it. The quarterback wanted to hit outside. Logan Thompson stayed square, forced that puller to log him instead of reach him there, and he forced it back inside, and Donovan made the nice tackle. That's what the defense is going to have to play here to stop this option.
Down at 5:24 to go, and Missouri Western in no hurry to get the play off as the play clock's down to 10. Gray off to the left of the quarterback. Marino takes a snap, keeps the ball himself, and this time he gets only 2 yards. Nice job by the outside linebacker that time, and making the play Logan Thompson, and a gain of only 2 on the play. Trayvon also there, as Emporia State will bring in a couple of fresh legs. John Denton will check in for the defensive front, and they'll also bring in an extra linebacker. 3rd and 8 for the Griffins.
This is the money down. That's what they talk about. They're going to have to get pressure on the quarterback. Can't let him make a play with his feet. Keep him in the pocket and bring him down.
Play clock down to 9 with 4:32 to play in the game. Griffins leading 27-23. On 3rd down, Marino on the option. He's going to try to run the ball. He's going to get hit, and he's going to get dropped back at the 19-yard line. That time the Emporia State defense did not bend, and Trayvon Amon's there to make the tackle. And it brings up 4th down for the Griffins. And we'll have a corner that's hobbling. That's Logan Thompson, who's favoring his right or left leg or an ankle as he goes down to the turf. He's feeling some pain, and the Griffins will have to punt the ball away with 4:09 to play. Emporia State trailing 27-23. The Hornet defense did what they needed to.
Absolutely. They played the option really well. Logan Thompson with back-to-back tackles made nice plays, forcing it into the inside. Donovan Walker making a nice tackle. And then now on 3rd down, they played that option really well and forced the quarterback to cut it back inside where someone was waiting. That's what they needed to do. That's what they needed to do all game. Fortunate that they didn't play it all game, but right when they needed it, when it counted, they played it well. Now they got the ball back to the offense. Now it's time for the offense to do something here.
Time to put it in ultra drive right now.
Right.
They're only down 27-23, but they need a touchdown. A field goal does get them closer, but then they'd have to get the onside kick and then try to convert another field goal try.
Absolutely. Receivers are going to have to get off press coverage.
But let's see what
man
let's see what Jordan Reed can do here with the return. As he's deep to return the punt, he stands at his own 40-yard line. Here comes the punt, high in the air. Fair catch called for. Jordan Reed will field it at the 44-yard line of Emporia State, and the Hornets will have great field position. They are now 56 yards away from the end zone.
Now, with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left, they don't have to go for it all here. They can methodically go down the field to get a score here. So,
let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, good credit to Jordan Reed. He came up on that football and caught. A lot of times your return men are going to let that bounce, and oftentimes it leads to 15, 20 more yards. But Jordan did a good job to come up, call the fair catch, and make that catch so that ball did not bounce further down the field.
That is definitely the case. Hornets have it 1st and 10 from the 45. Little swing pass out to Landon Old. He's across the 50, and he gets taken out of bounds. See where they mark him out of bounds at as he gets tackled on the sideline in the bench of Missouri Western. They'll mark him out of bounds at the Missouri Western 47-yard line. Gain of 8 yards on the swing pass out to Landon Nolt.
Nice play to start the series, and nice block by Justin on the edge.
2nd down and 2 for Emporia State. Braxton takes the snap, throws it, pass caught, 1st down to the 40-yard line after making the catch, Justin Brown. As the Hornets keep the drive alive, move the chains, clock rolling with 3, as they'll stop the clock to move the chains, and 3:35 showing.
Offense is back to using its tempo. That's where they've been most effective, is when they use tempo.
Out of the backfield in motion, that's Kai Cowens looking to throw. Braxton now he steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, and he's going to get dropped for a loss back of the 45-yard line, a loss of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 15. Hornet football brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. Good pressure up the middle that time from the Missouri Western defense, and Braxton just couldn't find anybody open.
Yep, and they now have a spy on Braxton. They've really spied Braxton the entirety of the second half.
2nd down and 14. Braxton to throw. Has time. Setting. Throws it. He has a receiver open. It's caught in stride. Down to the 15-yard line. Making the catch across the way for the first down, Justin Brown.
Hey, Justin Brown's been that go-to guy this whole game. He's been getting off of man coverage and making plays down the field. Right there, they needed a big play, and Justin Brown was right there.
Handoff straight ahead. Kai Cowens, he carries it down to the 10-yard line. As Emporia State is in the Lyon County State Bank red zone, make banking easy. Lyon County State Bank has 3 locations and 13 ATMs. Or download their mobile app, member FDIC. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by Emporia State. Stopping the clock with 2:31 to play in the game. Western leading 27-23. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, and that's completion to Justin Brown. I'll tell you what, that's the best throw Braxton has made all day. It was a laser, and it was right on the money. Let him in stride, and tell you what, there was something on that pass too.
He has the ability to put some
fastball. Yeah.
He has the ability to put a little touch on it, or even he's got a strong arm as well.
Absolutely. You got to give credit to the offensive line as well, blocking them up. They've given up 4 sacks today, but right there when they needed it, they blocked it up really nice to give Braxton time.
Our sideline updates throughout the day brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln and Nissan. Sales parts and service since 1963. Emporia State using their first of 3 timeouts. They have 2 left. They have the ball facing 2nd down and 6 with the ball at the Missouri Western 10-yard line. Now it's up to the big guys up front.
Absolutely. They got to take some time off this clock. The offense for Missouri Western's been moving the ball pretty well against the defense. So they're going to have to get some time off the clock and make Missouri Western's offense beat them throwing the football.
Landon Knoll lines up just to the right of the quarterback, Braxton Marstall. Emporia State moving from left to right. Hornets look to the sideline for the play. Running play, or quarterback keeper, Braxton Marstall. He carries it down to near the 6-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 1.5. He faked the handoff to Landon Knowlton and just went straight down the middle, and he carries it down to the 6-yard line.
A little quarterback lead draw there. Kind of want to see Braxton put his hand on his running back and kind of follow his running back there. He kind of took it off on his own to try and make that play.
On 3rd down, facing 3rd down, and we'll call it 1.5 yards, almost 2 yards.
Look for the slide to the left, hit it in the back of the end zone.
Braxton throws it to the end zone. The pass is going to be broken up, intended in the far corner, as I believe that was Justin Brown. Coverage provided by Jonathan Owens. And Emporia State facing 4th down, and they have no choice but to go for it. Let's go down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
Tell you what, these Western corners have been good on this close coverage, so that was really a gamble to try to do that with 3rd and 1.5. They've had some success running the football, Emporia State has, so you'd have thought they might have tried to put that back in again, but Missouri Western had great coverage on Justin Brown. No chance for him to catch that football.
Emporia State will use a timeout here with 1:51 to play, facing 4th and 2 from the 6-yard line. Emporia State can pick up a first down, and you want to score, but right now I think it's more imperative to get the first down.
Absolutely.
Give yourself 4 more chances.
And then there's plenty of things they can do here on offense. Get it, Landon Knoll. He's their go-to guy on these types of plays. 4th and 2, let's run it downhill.
As Landon has 2 touchdown runs this afternoon. He has a 2-yard run. He also has a 1-yard run. Hornets also have a field goal from Austin Morton and a 31-yard touchdown pass from Braxton Marstall to Denzel Strong. Western with a touchdown with a field goal And a touchdown run of 6 yards by Derek Gray. Dom Marino, 2-yard run. Another field goal. And a 2-yard touchdown run by Dom Marino. Here we go. This could be the ball game.
Brought in big number 96, John Denton.
On 4th and 2 from the 6. Braxton with Landon Knoll in the backfield. Here's the handoff. Landon Knoll keeping the ball. Braxton Marshall, he gets down to the 5, and he gets to the 4. Does he have the first down? I think he does. Do they give it to him? Let's see if they give it to him. And they're going to measure here. This is going to be a big measurement. It looks like he has it.
It's going to be close.
As they'll bring the chains from across the way. Ron's got his eyeball down there on the
right on it.
And let's see if he has it. Clock is stopped with a minute 45 to play.
Peek.
And they pull the chain. And he has it.
Got it.
First down, just barely. That was the nose of the football.
Greg?
Go ahead, Ron.
You called it right. That was by half a nose, I think. But it was enough. Big first down there, guys.
Big first down for Emporia State as they now have it 1st and goal from the 4. A minute 45 to go. Tyler Harris will split wide out to the right side. He's with Justin Brown to the near side. That's Jordan Reed. Now Harris comes in motion from left to right. Sets up in the slot. Braxton claps his hands once. Now they look to the sideline. Play clock down to 4. Claps his hands again. Running play straight ahead. Landon Knowlton. He's only going to get a couple of yards down to the 3-yard line. Braxton saying, come on, let's get the offense going. Let's get the play in. The officials calling for a timeout, and Missouri Western's going to take a timeout here. Missouri Western takes the timeout, stopping the clock with a minute 14 to go, and Emporia State facing 2nd and goal from the 3.
If they wanted to, they could run the football here. I mean, they've
minute 14. There's still a lot of time to go.
Absolutely.
But you want to get it maybe down to the 1-yard line or 1-inch line if you run the ball here on 2nd down.
Right.
Let's go down to Ron Thomas and this John North Ford sideline update.
That's something Emporia State has had pretty good success at today with running the football. I mean, up the middle, they've had very few times where they were stopped for virtually nothing. So, they've got to obviously consider that. And Landon Knoll's been very successful here in short yardage at the goal line, scoring 2 touchdowns today. So I'm sure that is part of what they're thinking about here as Emporia State trails by 4. 1:19 left, and the Hornets have 1 timeout in their pocket.
Western has 2 timeouts left. Hornet football being brought to you by Emporia State University, changing lives for the common good. We saw this at Lindenwood. Dylan Lohr, the big back. They could possibly bring him in. They'll put Danzel Strong back there along with Landon Knolt. More like a lead back.
No, they brought in Tyler Banta again, unbalanced.
Running play straight ahead. Landon Knolt, he gets down to the 2-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and another timeout taken by Missouri Western. And the Griffins are helping the Hornets out, I think, calling the timeouts.
Right.
Stops the clock with a minute 13.
I really think they're doing it so they can get their defense together as well.
It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2. What will the Hornets do here? It'll be 2 more plays. Regardless, if Emporia State doesn't score on 3rd down, they'll go for it on 4th down.
I think if they can stay in that same unbalanced set and run it to that right side, I think they can get enough push there for Landon, who really likes to dive over the offensive line and make those plays.
Emporia State with 1 timeout. Missouri Western with 1 timeout. A minute 15 to play in the game. 27-23. Missouri Western with the lead. Emporia State facing 3rd and goal from the 2. And this is where, when you're an offensive lineman, you say, guys, I want you to move them at least 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Hey, and as an offensive lineman, this is when you put your hand down in the ground and you try and get as much of a push as you can.
Landon Nolt, Braxton Marstall in the backfield. They'll send Lewis Daly, Tyler Harris, and Denzel Strong off to the right side. Justin Brown to the left.
They've gone bare defense here. Look for them if they do run the ball. Quick handoff and go right up to the middle, up the middle of the field.
Braxton on third down, looking to throw to the end zone. The pass caught, touchdown, Justin Brown! Wow! Great catch by Justin Brown right in front of the defender. And Emporia State on third down scores. What a throw, what a catch.
It's a nice job there by Justin. Really, he's been that guy the whole game. Whenever they needed him, he's come up big right there. He's really just played basketball right there. Boxed the guy out, got in front of him, and was able to make that catch.
The Hornets cap off a 11-play, 55-yard drive that takes 2:42 off the clock. There's a minute 12 to play in the game. Hornets lead at 29-27. An extra point means that they have to kick a field goal to tie it. Here's the extra point attempt, and this one is good. Austin Morton puts it through the uprights, and Emporia State now leads at 30-27 with a minute 12 to go. Now it's up to the special teams and to the defense to hold on to this one.
Absolutely. With a minute and 12 left, this offense, the Missouri Western offense, is going to have to win throwing the football. They're going to have to try and get pressure on the quarterback and play solid coverage in the back end.
But Emporia State on third and goal from the 2. They score on the 2-yard pass to Justin Brown. And Justin Brown with a touchdown pass reception. And Justin Brown today, 12 catches, 120 yards and a touchdown. Braxton Marstall, 24-42, 261 yards, 2 scores. 1 interception. He was sacked 5 times this afternoon. But it's not over.
Yep.
That's the one thing to keep in mind. This game is not over yet. The Hornets need to hold on for the final 1 minute, 12 seconds. And Justin Marche would like to put this kickoff into the band, who's stationed behind the south end zone. As he gets set to kick off for Emporia State. Here's the approach and the kick. It'll be fielded at the 1, up to the 15. And oh, what a big defensive special teams play for Emporia State. Who made that special teams play?
Jace McDowell.
Jace McDowell. And we have an injured Emporia State player, and he is motionless.
Looks like Denzel Strong.
As the Missouri Western training staff was quickly there to take a look at him, because he may have taken a big hit, but he's lifting his leg now. I saw him lift his leg, I think.
That's a good thing.
And we also have another Hornet that's hurt. Ramsey Strammel also injured. As Ramsey Strammel has Ramsey down here right in front of here. Ramsey Strammel, Ron Thomas right down there, and Ramsey Strammel walking off holding his shoulder. 1:08 to play as the training staff is from both teams and doctors are out there attending to, I believe it is Denzel Strong. We hope turns out not to be anything serious, but I just saw him laying there motionless. But what a nice play by Jace McDowell. He's had a couple of big special teams play today.
He's been the special team guy, the go-to guy on special teams.
Now the rest of the Hornet team members will head back to the sideline, and now they have Denzel turned over on his back, and he's lifting his right leg and stretching it out.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
That's some good sign. Now he picks up his
great.
left leg. Go ahead, Ron.
Yeah, he's moving the legs, and head trainer is out there along with Coach Higgins, who's right over Denzel, making a lot of concern, obviously, for his football player.
Denzel's been a key part of this football team, just a junior out of Independence, Missouri. He'll be back next year. This senior group has had a lot of success, and they're going to be missed, but there's a lot of good players that will be back next year as well, and hopefully they can use this season to motivate them during the offseason and come back even better next year. And make those balls bounce their way.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it after the 2014 season, after going 4-7. That was what we used in the off season, and we came back and had a really nice season to follow up. So I think that's what they're going to do.
And sometimes you have to go through some hard times to appreciate the good times and realize you have to keep working hard.
Absolutely.
Once you get to the top, it doesn't mean you're at the top and you're the king of the mountain and nobody can knock you off.
Everybody's going to want.
Yeah, what that means is everybody wants to get after you. And now Danzel's helped up to his feet, and nice show of sportsmanship from Missouri Western's Derek Gray Jr. Taps him on the top of the hat. And Danzel now walking off with a little bit of assistance, but that's good to see. But the Griffins will start the drive 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line with 1:08 to play. They have one timeout left. And now the Hornet defense will have to pin their ears back and not give up the huge play. They might be able to give up a small big play, 15, 20-yard gain maybe.
Well, I think this bodes well for the defense. I mean, they're not going to run the football here. I think they're going to have to throw the football, which lets those edge rushers get a chance to get after the quarterback.
Moreno out of the shotgun, looking to throw, throws it to the far sideline, and it's tipped, and it's incomplete. Getting a hand on it, Parker Bass.
It's a nice job by Parker, knowing that he wasn't going to get to the quarterback, so he does the next best thing, gets his hands up, and affects the route of the football.
Only 3 seconds off the clock. 1:05 to go. 2nd and 10 for the Griffins. They've got a receiver that they need to get back behind the line of scrimmage. Now they finally do get him lined up. That was Ussery. Again, Moreno to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run the ball. Cuts back to the inside. Now he fumbles it. It comes free. He goes back. It's still on the turf. He picks it up, but he gets swarmed at the 1. 51 seconds to go. He lost control of the football. It squirted free, and Emporia State finally tackles him back at the 1-yard line.
It's a nice job by the defense there, seeing the ball was out and getting to the quarterback there. The quarterback tried to make a play with his feet, and that's when, sometimes you try and make a play with your feet and something can go wrong there. And that right there, the fumble, came at the worst possible time.
Missouri Western will use a timeout, stopping the clock with 47 seconds to play, and the Griffins are facing 3rd and long. Let's go down to Ron Thomas in this John North Ford sideline update.
Yeah, they're 3rd and 20 plus, Greg, and it's going to happen. The quarterback, Moreno, made a couple of good moves, and it looked like he was on his way to gaining some more when he just lost control of that football. And what a great break for the Hornets to put Missouri Western back. Their backs against the end zone now, 3rd down and a ton. And Missouri Western, not the best throwing football team, but Emporia State has been burned by the tight end once this game, so we'll keep an eye on 85, too, if he's out there.
It'll be 3rd down. The first down stick is at the 26-yard line. The ball is at the 4, so it's 3rd and 22. Twin receivers off to the left side of the Emporia State defense. Right side of the Emporia State defense. Twins to the far side. Moreno to throw out of the end zone. Sets up. He throws it over the middle. Pass is going to be caught, but not for a first down. The tackle's made at the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down and 2. Quickly, Missouri Western gets up to the line of scrimmage. 33 seconds to play. Don Moreno on 4th down. Takes a snap, looks to throw, steps up. He's going deep down the field. He overshoots everybody. Nobody. Ussery, miscommunication, incomplete pass. Hornets take over on downs, and Emporia State's going to hold on to win this one.
That's a nice job by the defense there. Critical error by the quarterback came at the right time. His receiver looked like he ran a stop route, tried to get the first down. Quarterback thought otherwise, tried to go for the long ball. Nice job by the defense stepping up when it counted and getting the win for the team.
21 seconds left to play. Emporia State, all they really need to do is snap the ball, and this ball game's over. Missouri Western out of timeouts. And the Hornets, all they need to do is go into victory formation. And that's what they'll do here as they get onto the field. As the referee just shook the hand of Braxton Marstall. And Braxton Marstall, under center, takes a snap, takes a knee, and that'll be the ball game. Emporia State ends their 2-game losing skid, extends the losing streak for Missouri Western, And wow, it wasn't the perfect game, but boy, what an exciting football game. Both teams played their hearts out this afternoon, and it's Emporia State who comes away with a victory, and both teams showing mutual respect to each other here this afternoon. Our final score, Emporia State 30, Missouri Western 27.